Let's say Mia Hethil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, you know, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill it.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so. Bonk.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for
Bonk.
forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no wards. We're dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
It should be. It really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. Guess I'll just, you know, die.
Pulls pin, throws pin.
That's so
looks out after the fleeing scientist. Abby, go. And then you go over. He's going to touch the back of the doctor's head with his symbiote hand. And then his hand is going to transform into the doctor's hand, and he's going to put it on the orb.
Oh. Yeah, baby.
What does that do?
Something that gnomes didn't expect.
That's a great question. It doesn't do anything for you.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry. It doesn't stack to become immunity.
Okay.
They give you one anyways because like they don't necessarily know, but yeah, everybody now has one potion of necrotic resistance.
I'll just slide mine over to Athalor.
All right, you have 2 potions of necrotic resistance.
You got a lot of potions on you. You're the potion guy.
Thanks. I didn't elect to become a potions guy, but hey, I'm not that magical anymore. So
Yeah, what else do you do? Am I right? So...
I'll carry the keg.
Got a celebration Gatorade that you can hose us with after. Iron flask.
Pop a cork out.
Don't ever do that motion again.
Why?
Disadvantage.
Flip him. Okay, 1 black card. And that's a big success. That's a critical success. So this is perfect. You already have an edge, right? So you can't gain another edge, but you can double the effect, which means you can quiet both wolves.
My friends. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, God, I almost fucking died. I never died in a one-shot. My heart hurts,
This game, again, you start out from very humble origins. You're not mighty heroes. You're just townsfolk. It's easy to die.
We're coming from stupid origins.
Okay. All right, so your armor's broken. Awesome. You're exerted. You're in the middle of a pile of enemies. It is now your side's turn. How would everybody like to act? Mr. Sir Thomas automatically moves over to Zone 8.
I need to keep taming, or I'm
I'd
gonna
like to
die.
use my turn to give an encourage advantage to Lemon with some inspiring bardic words.
All right, I don't think that is how this works, but it's a time-honored tradition, so yes, bardic
what
inspiration.
Else can a fucking bard do?
Always bardic inspiration. It's always valid.
You
have a bow!
Tamer, you've got this. These wolves you'll dismiss. With treats and some kibble, you'll leave them remiss.
What?
You're gonna do great!
Yeah, that fire, we dodged it. Ariana didn't. But that's why we all woke up. So...
Dragon's fire.
Dragon, okay, you talked to the dragon?
Oh yeah, that guy sucked. He just kept wanting us to say his name and open the big bad door and he's gonna destroy the world and kill anyone we ever want. But I won't. I can kill anybody I want. I don't know what some statue's gonna do, but he doesn't even know his own name. Boomer much? But anyway, so like But you've slain dragons before. If you can do it, and then
These are the dragons of the world before.
What about Una?
what about him?
You think we could get drunk?
My familiar drunk?
Maybe. So I'm just contemplating all the possibilities.
So you have a horn that gets you drunk?
Yeah, we should. Well, stares at DM. Just is there other plans?
About those plans you had, I hope you've got a good drunkuna voice.
Look, it's up to you to just go for it. Underage drinking, why
I'm
not?
mostly kidding. I'm mostly kidding.
So that's great. I honestly don't get to talk that often. People don't really get to hear what I have to say. And let me tell you, I got a lot to say. I got wouldn't even believe. I see a no one even pays attention to me. I'm just up in the trees doing my own thing. Except for Hootie. Hootie! Holy that dude. He's got some that he wants to tell you. I'll tell you right now. Oh my gosh. That bird's got mouth on him. You think I'm like this? Oh my goodness. If looks could kill, that bird would be the most dangerous thing in this entire forest. My God.
Hi.
Okay, describe this devil's fate at the claws of Slobber Chops.
He gets like whipped around, lands on his head, still like conscious and alive. Slobs just starts like going at his ass, just like and just disembowels him.
Oh.
Like I imagine the camera pans away and you hear a sound like a wood chipper, and you just gore spewing off to the side. It's like somewhat, discretionary shot, but everybody
His legs are like.
And then Slobber Chops' face comes up into the screen, covered in gore, and it just does the one lick, the one like aggressive face lick. Yep.
I hate exactly what it is. I hate everything I stand for.
Freestyle.
Okay, everyone, just believe in yourself, okay? You need to be able to just stretch your bony little arms out and let go of Bolshaya. Richard Simmons, by the way, in case no one realizes what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit some persuasion.
The Arbiter makes his way out of this portal, launches into the sky with his wings. Acolytes! You have come for dungeons and dice and death matches. And I have returned to satiate your bloodlust. As you look at each other in the sands of the arena, you've been here before. You were here that day. You know what happens in this arena. You know what is next. You know what you must do. Welcome to D20 Deathmatch.
Do you ever feel like the luck or whatever it is that's gotten you forward is going to run out at some point? Or that you can just keep going forward?
I'm pretty worried about myself all the time, but I consider Garnet a protagonist, so generally she's okay.
What? We're all main characters, and
So you're like the main character. Garnet,
no. We're all the main characters of this story, okay? Fourth wall just punching. Like touches Athlor's elven armor. See, this is plot armor.
Okay, good point.
Make a DC 21 dex save.
Cool.
Ooh,
Roll 12d10.
Yo.
Sheesh. Ah, cool.
Yeah, that's me after eating a mild curry.
I know, it's coming out of his butt.
That's true. Wait. Flip it around. Flip me around.
Flip me around.
There we go.
Flip, there we go.
67 points of damage.
All right.
Not monetizing the video, everybody. We've got down this.
We might as well get it over with.
Yeah, just get all. It has to all be in this VOD.
Turn all out now.
Noted. All right.
The violence, the
It's gonna be
scootly
those wild
pooping, get it over
episodes.
with.
Oh shit, that too?
Oh yeah,
Wait until after. Wait until you graduate. I lied.
But Dad.
Dad, you can't date until you're 25, young lady.
I would like to sit on the saddle of the cavalier and Misty step myself onto the horse.
Oh damn! That's what, you got that for your birthday.
What the actual are you doing?
I'm riding a horse.
I'm on a horse. You're on a greasy horse, but you're on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
Okay, you teleport onto the fiend, this burning horse of evil, with the saddle, which wraps itself around. And according to the saddle of the cavalier, you can't be dismounted against your will, and attacks against it have disadvantage.
And I'm gonna talk to it in Infernal, because I know Infernal, to try and have the horse be friends with me.
Great, now I have to roleplay a horse.
Someone had picked him up and you were carrying him back. And you were going to figure out what to do with the pants, either try and break him out of the pants or turn them back to normal. There was a lot to the...
Relatively soft, so getting him out of the pants shouldn't be too hard. Getting him out unscathed might be hard, but, you know, it's doable.
Well, were they... Is he wearing tight pants? Is he a tight pants kind of a guy, or is he like a loose...
Search your heart. You know he's a tight pants.
I mean, you knew.
Too bad
We all knew.
There are only two types of guys.
He would be using a crowbar and trying to pry them off his body.
There are two wolves inside you. One wolf wears tight pants. The other one does not.
They're assassins. They're basically ninjas, you know? Dexterity is what they're good at. That said, they don't have evasion. They all take the damage in the face. They're all significantly weakened. And you blow a hole in the side of the tent, and Untermaler is going to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
Oh, these damn kids and their fireballs.
He's fine.
Back in my day, you did 5 minutes of trigonometry to make sure no one was in the blast radius.
Well, you guys didn't teach me that. I was born this way, so.
Aria, Garnet said like high fiving. Yes, slay, queen.
Yes, slay. Actually, slay them.
All right. So he's just standing there minding his own goddamn business when a giant fireball goes off and singes him for 21 points of damage.
Breaking time and space with their arcane potential, they're able to burrow into this creature's mind and tell it no. And determined, having not seen a creature for who knows how long, this lonely, sad soul ignores the command. And then, in retrospect, Camellia, burning an ounce of their heroism and the bit of luck that they got from Fortune's father, is able to also bring their will to bear, trying to force this creature not to do that. And like a stubborn child that demands more from life than what it's been given, the lonely creature says
it still has to
9.
make the attack roll for it to
That's
land,
right.
but-
And now it has to make the attack roll. So it is going to make its attack. After all of this, it's just going to miss. Watch. All right, so...
Come on, baby.
Harpoon arm, go. A natural 1! I have 9 inspiration. I'm using one. But that wail of yes from the natural 1. Yeah, I'm not going to do better.
Perception. 22.
Oh, there
All
we
right.
go.
I'm going to go ahead and simulate what happens here real quick.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shiver me timbers!
Well, yeah.
Well, shit. Alright, I think it's time to go check on Deadeye then, eh?
You have no idea what's going through her head right now. If you were perhaps a little bit more perceptive, you would see the face of somebody who never wanted to be a mother, who never planned to be a mother, who's dedicated her life to gathering power so that she's never in a position where she's vulnerable again and where she won't be used for anyone else's purposes ever again, and yet finds herself having to talk to this teenager about drugs. Like, never anticipated this and is now trying to figure out the best way to go about it. Okay.
When a mummy drug and a daddy drug love each other very much,
Okay.
they do a special cuddle.
Shut up, Link Day.
Small girls, just checking.
No, grown men can live for sword, Garnet.
Well,
Would you like
I
to
could
try?
eat a soul. I could eat a soul like a snack.
I'm more thinking practical terms about swinging this fucking massive sword.
Well, what if
And
it turns him
honestly,
evil?
I'm sorry, but
Evil
your
Chad?
arms are small and noodly.
Excuse Matra, my arms are not noodly.
Matcha comes walking
Minus
back
2
from the meeting. He's like, what did I just walk in on?
Oh, Matcha isn't here. Oh, but then-
sword.
Yeah, you open the door. The sword is just like covered with evil runes on the floor on a plate, and you just see Garnet going.
My arms are noodly, right?
Do you
Right,
think
yo.
you lift that, Zweihander?
Yeah, you try it.
Your arms aren't noodly, but that thing is pretty big.
And evil.
And apparently evil. What is that?
Bargo here to smash things. Bargo gonna smash corn into pieces. Bargo have fork with lots of muscles.
Bargo have loose grasp of grammar.
Bargo went to fighting school. Not grammar school.
Fair enough.
Do minor illusion and create a top hat, milady. Just like just walk 10 feet away. And then...
You need her.
She's so angry.
If you ever milady me, I will punch you in the face.
You'd have to be a lady first for me to milady you.
Excuse me?
Nothing, Grandmaster. I would never dream of disrespecting you in that way.
So they're going to work on an item that will permanently maintain that spell for you, or some other long-term solution.
I was gonna say, damn, they trust Athlor to not just pop that shit off like Lord of the Rings style. Yeah, that's a lot of trust in a teenager.
Well, they haven't mentioned the fact yet that they're probably going to implant a spike in his heart or something with the effect on it.
Yo,
Who
Chainsaw
knows?
Man mode.
All right, so
Pull the rope to get the uncle out. Actual chain Uncle Man.
You've seen the man from Uncle. But now the uncle from
the man. Good lord.
Oh, we're gonna grind your bones to dust and then we'll lick it with our tongue. And every time we put you in the oven, we're gonna make it grow and get so yummy. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be tasty, just like we should. You're gonna die.
Unless you have expertise or anything in art.
Okay, that's, you know, that's...
Not even Madorn can penetrate the deep.
Wait, does Evil Gang have one more inspiration?
I'm checking for Evil Gang inspiration. Please stand by.
Quan, used 2?
I have 1 left.
Okay.
I have 1 left for Quan. So I'm going to count this for Evil Gang. Go ahead and roll that again.
All right. Also, let's change the name to Alex. Just, you know, just for. Wait, no way. What?
It was meant to be, Alexander.
Huh?
Evil Gang was not there. Shit.
It just really be like that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Holy fuck.
Knock, 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 knock.
Wake up, bitch. We're going shopping.
Yep, this tracks. Yep, sorry, Balvi. Go back to sleep again. Goes.
Cat butt.
Cat butt.
Goes, answers the door. Probably steps outside. Just to not disturb Belvy.
They would have gotten. They would have gotten Athalor first because he's on the way. How would they have collected Athalor?
So it's just this guy trying to be summoned.
He's trying to summon himself.
I will go have my shadows teabag the teleportation zone. Proceed to teabag.
I need you
in
to
an
roll,
effort to taunt.
I need you to roll a persuasion check to convince the Phoenix Knights not to immediately smite the hell beast that you're riding on.
The horse I'm on? Well, it's because I'm riding the horse. They need to be persuaded not to
Yeah,
dismount
because it's
me?
evil. It's a fiend. It's in league with the Infernals. It is an abomination that must be purged.
But you just a baby.
A malevolent. It's not a baby. As it like as it paws at the crushed skulls of the devils.
eats the corpse of its former rider.
The two Phoenix Knights sort of look at each other.
It's fine.
And they're going to steel themselves against the malevolent force attempting to run.
You said to
Said I'm
look.
intimidating, and I gotta be more.
Oh.
Less of that. And
No. I don't think you have to be less of that. It's just that you are, and that's okay. But
I don't want to just be okay. I want to be amazing for a mate or whatever.
amazing for a mate.
Yeah.
Cut it out, you're trying to fuck.
Not that kind of mate. Like a crewmate. A life crewmate.
Sus.
Like a mate.
Wow.
And why is Garnet upset?
Because I'm gonna die alone out of the lore.
Don't you have like an arranged marriage?
No, that doesn't count.
What, you have an arranged marriage?
I'm in no such relationship that's been null and voided. The terms of the contract are canceled. I'm gonna be alone.
Garnet, why does Merrick have authority over the tribes of Okarthal? How can he manipulate them?
DM question. What's the tribes of Carthel again?
The
That's
dragon
right.
tribes,
No.
the 10 dragon tribes.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not very lore versed, okay?
No, that's fine, that's
20
fine.
Into, by the way.
By the way, Merrick's a dragon. One of it. Oh yeah, the dragon tribes.
Oh yeah, yeah. The math is not mathing up right now.
There's nothing left.
This is not why you have come.
Roll a persuasion. What say you to this plea?
No!
Tears of glitter fall from my eyes.
Ariana will go back and say, Sig, is Nightshade gonna kill Garnet in this situation?
I've never seen this in my life.
That's not a no.
I don't know.
That's also not a yes.
I don't know what to say.
That's not helpful.
We're dealing with magic we've never experienced before, Ariana.
Oh God, Ariana's gonna try to absorb elements.
Okay, what element are you absorbing?
Dark.
Is that on the list of elements you can absorb with the spell?
No.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
They were on their way to find Sig, Ariana's tutor, the head of magical botany, and someone who had already been a vector for the Infernals in a previous incident. And if Unter Meowlu, the library cat, would get off of my stream deck so I could run the show, that would be fantastic.
Oh, is it Athalor time? Let me at him. Let me at that.
Regards. Regards.
I'll kill that little.
All right. Lemon Kiwi, I noticed something freaking ridiculous about Una.
What?
Under the familiar section, it talks about how, while the two of you are bonded, you can sense what it senses as long as you're within a mile of each other, right?
Right.
When Una's within 10 feet of you, you gain the benefits of magic resistance. You have advantage on all saving throws against spells and magical effects whenever Una's within 10 feet of you.
Oh, that's broken.
1 year later! Reading comprehension 20 inch, by the way. Holds him like a special.
This is my special magical resistance pet.
The power of bird compel.
you won't tell anyone about the whole infernal shit, and we won't tell everyone you do drugs? Like, we all have an understanding that we're all keeping secrets, right?
Am I keeping secrets?
You are now.
Snitches get stitches or whatever.
So
Snitches
then
get
why
more
would
days into
you
their food.
snitch then?
Yeah, no snitching.
No sharing.
I wasn't thinking about snitching.
Mason's never been extorted before.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Sounds fun though. I've never done Mordain, but after Ariana died, I haven't been interested. So, but I trust you.
I didn't die.
Oh, you kind of crossed over a little bit, but it's fine. We got you back, buddy. Pass you back.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
Oh, he said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
Think so.
Oh my god! It's hot! Oh, I'm gonna stop you so. Oh, it's so hot! I don't like this at all!
Genuinely
Genuinely what?
scared me.
My apologies.
The wolf, listen.
If you'll allow it.
If you allow it, I like to skin the wolf's head and place it on Mr. Sir Thomas to disguise him poorly as not a cow.
You're just making him wear stinky skin.
Like a mask. Like a mask. Mask off. Fucking mask off. Yeah, like that. It's so close.
It's a were-cow. Okay. You can certainly try. We're gonna go ahead and leave you cheerfully peeling the face off of this dead wolf so that you can stick it on your cow's head. And I'm gonna just drop that mental image with everybody.
As you
Welcome once again to the greatest institute of magical learning in the four kingdoms of Anakra. I'm tormented by gnomes. I get to be your dungeon master. Holy crap. And I get to be the DM for these three fine folks, Crowan, Legday, and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, what's up? How are things?
Things are okay. Got back from DreamHack Dallas. It was a ton of fun. Hung out with Lemon there, Pog.
We hung out.
We did.
Oh,
we did.
yeah.
That was a good time. I also met some well, I already knew some of these people. I'm not going to name names and snitch or anything, but who play in War of the Sun. And so that's cool, like talking about that to people and being excited over just the world in general. World of Anakra. It's pretty cool. So yeah, good time.
That gives me the warm fuzzies. Legs, how are things?
I haven't got to meet anyone who's played in War of the Sun yet. I've been seething in jealousy since our last episode, as my friends got to get to Dallas, and I got to be in the UK. But it was a good time. I had a good weekend of streaming. I've finally been trying to catch up on Baldur's Gate. I'm going to finish it one of these days after about 120 hours of playing. I've just been in every nook and cranny, like, I want to know it all, and I want to know it all on my first playthrough.
I have quit games more than once because I was determined to squeeze every ounce of it in the first playthrough and bit off more than I could chew, which is definitely not a recurring theme for me. Lemon, how you doing?
Pretty good. It's Valorant today, and if we're a little bit late, it might on these D&D sessions, it might be my bad, but the bag is being acquired, so yeah.
The grain must be obtained. Okay. When last we left our heroes, you went on a reconnaissance mission against the armies of Ioth, which are even now marching against Athalor's home refuge of Onderud. During that time, you uncovered the barrow of an ancient, long-dead bear spirit, turned it into a shadow and bound it to you, and took an ancient sword from that same barrow. Then you blasted most of the Ithkins into absolute pieces, and took one prisoner, mind-wiped another to think that there was a secret tunnel in the mountains, sent him back to his camp, then all of you went back home. Time is going to pass now, giving you a chance to, one, take a full rest. Please go ahead and make sure that you're fully restored. And two, deal a little bit more with some of the day-to-day challenges of being, it's like every anime, you know, you have to balance high school with being a mecha pilot, a Sentai Guardian at night. It's tough out there. Is there any specific things that any of you need to take care of before I proceed? Any immediate concerns?
Athalor is going to continue doing his private tutoring with me at Ethel, as if nothing's weird.
Okay. I would like you to roll a deception check and an insight check.
Things are indeed weird. Crazy.
You ain't selling this.
Roll for weird.
Ooh, you know what? I'll use my inspiration straight away.
Okay, and we're right out the gate with the inspiration. For
Oh my goodness.
3 more.
Well, it is what it is. Insight. Oh, we are not rolling good. We are not rolling well.
Bad start.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
he sucks more.
So both of you failed at your deception checks and succeeded at your insight checks, meaning that it's fucking weird in that room.
We're just staring into each other's souls.
Just going through the motions like nothing's wrong, but it is very clear that something is wrong.
We're on some Xavier and Magneto
worst.
shit.
Next, I would like, I know I interrupted before you all got the chance. I would like all of you to roll what type of save? A Constitution saving throw, please.
Let's see if I'm on my lemon rolls. I am on my lemon rolls. We've swapped places now.
Are you two letting that ride or no?
What do you mean?
Not Garnet, you're fine. You rolled a natty. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I didn't scroll. I was like, I was 21.
All lucky dice. I guess it's a new day. We're feeling lucky today.
Mm-hmm.
We are lucky today.
I'm just gonna chow down on a brand new Atkins diet of pure shit. Let it ride.
Okay. Athalor, the world, you're just not feeling great. The world is kind of drab. Things that would make you happy aren't making you as happy as you normally would be. You could really, you know what? Compared to what you see when you inhale the mist of the Mordain, this is all kind of shit.
Relatable content.
Yeah.
You are fiending.
I'm jonesing.
Oh.
Depression has entered the chat.
Oh, finally, I can roleplay what I know.
God damn it.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Want to have some more, Dan.
Are you gonna go?
Go to your dealer.
You gonna go hit him up?
Yeah, Avalor's gonna pop over to Mason and Barwy's room.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
hello, come in. Yeah.
Hi, thanks. I was just wondering, you know, the whole elf moot thing in Underwood was real stressful, and
Yeah, it was. How are you feeling about that?
not great. I mean, I offered my hand in marriage to some princess I haven't met for an alliance.
No one expected that. Or is that just because? I mean, is it because you wanted to, or?
I mean, I'll live for a long time, Mantra. I can,
of course,
marry for love later. And then that whole thing at the Barrow, I got too inquisitive. I endangered the mission. I almost died when a bear tried to rip my soul out. And then we made friends with a bear, which was admittedly cool.
Good, yeah, I think Garnet's going to be happy about that.
It's just been a lot. Wondering if you know when you're next gonna, try out the Mordain. It wouldn't hurt to see Wurinmar again or talk to Dieterith.
I see. You Oh dear. Gnomes, how long has it been since we last? It was like the party we did. Morgan.
Pooltide. It's been a bit.
Oh, it's been a bit. Oh, okay. All right. Well, less concerning then. Yeah, we can. I suppose you're interested in trying to use it for meditative purposes and grounding, and
I'm discovering an entirely new capacity in the world. Like for years and years, and well, basically my whole life, I didn't dream, and now there's all of that possibility there.
True, it's literally a whole new world for you, actually.
Admittedly, a couple of them have been ruined by them going off the rails.
Yes, they have. Maybe we can have a actually calm and actually restful one. It's kind of ironic whenever I try to do this as a means of rest and recuperation. It is the opposite of that. But I think I've learned from these past few times, especially the ones of us being awake. I don't think we should actually do that anymore and be awake for it. That just leads to crazy things that we can't really control like we can in Dream. Yeah, we can do that. How about tomorrow?
That sounds great. I'll invite Garnet along.
Yeah, of course. I'll see if Sven's interested. Yeah, tomorrow night before bed, we will. Yeah, I'll guide you through it.
What an elective did you end up taking again? So I can't quite remember.
For this year, what did I end up taking? Oh, my notes are not scrolled to the right place.
I think it might have been divination.
Yep, you are correct. Yep, divination.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, what about you? Abjuration, right? Was it?
I mean, I think my family would want to kill me even more than they currently do if I didn't.
Fair enough.
Because, it's one thing to rise up against their world-conquering plans. It's another to betray the family legacy.
Yeah. I can see how they wouldn't be maybe too happy about that one.
Yeah, which means I'm still taking lessons of Mia Hathor.
Yeah, that sounds awkward.
I feel like he knows. I feel like I know that he knows. And I think he knows that I know that he knows.
Oh, and so it keeps bouncing off each other in that weird kind of way. It's like, oh, I'm not want to talk about it, but I know that you know, and then it just gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah, it's like it's just cycle and cycle.
It's endless. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to talk about it with him.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I guess probably not.
So you try and kill me and my friends the other week. Just spitballing here.
El now is going to do something about that, right? Or
I guess it's it's a difficult situation for all now, right? Like, can we afford to lose the Master of Abjuration, one of the primary defenders of the school, as we're heading into one of the most dangerous eras we've ever faced, with Ioth on the move and the Ravener hordes to the south?
I guess the short answer of that is probably no. Definitely no. Cannot afford that.
Yeah. Thanks, Mandra. I'll
Knocks
go
on the
see if
door.
Garnet.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hello? Who is it?
Hi.
Oh, hey, come in.
Just in time.
Opens the door.
All right.
Guys, I'm trying to figure out a bear name for my little new void best friend. I was coming up
Oh.
with different things. First we had Cole, not like, but it's like Cole like a name, but also Cole like the dark stuff. There's also Noche,
Oh.
Spanish, if that's even a language here. Spanish for night. Or maybe it's just like Darcy. I like Darcy. Or also the void. I could just be like feeding the void. It's quirky that way.
Oh, that's I would say more edgy than quirky, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever be able. Why do you guys look so sad?
life, you know.
Yeah. Just
yeah.
I'm glad we made friends with the bear. The barrow was a lot, and I kind of fucked that one up and endangered the mission. I feel like Mia Hethel knows that we know.
Why?
I've been having lessons with him still.
Why?
Obviously, because I'm trying not to break the cover that, we may have stolen this thing when you accidentally nuked his office. Or I suppose he nuked his office, but you pressed the button.
Correct.
Yeah.
I didn't press it. I pulled it, actually.
Okay, you pulled the lever.
You did.
Yeah. Well, he sucks, and he should
He might
be scared.
But we're doing some morning tomorrow if you want to come.
10 p.m.
On a school night? Ah, fuck it.
I don't know if
but
I've
like
done it not on a school night.
the actual purposes of this is going to be relaxation, meditative purposes. Okay, no, going anywhere, doing crazy things. It's just going to be calm. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool with you?
Well, alternate thought. If we want to do drugs, you guys should get into the good stuff. I had liquid pain once, and your magic gets like intense.
Did you say liquid paint?
Not liquid paint, liquid pain without T.
Liquid pain. You drank pain.
Liquid pain. I was like, isn't all paint liquid? But now I see.
It sounds as bad
Wait,
as it
is
tastes.
that what you took down in Tarsamore's vault?
You've done drugs before, Garnet?
Of course.
You're a dealer.
Huh? I mean, I just thought like outside, like I thought this was a first time experience kind of thing. Like,
Well,
I thought it was
sorry
being
to
a.
disappoint you, but you weren't the one to pop the drug cherry.
No, it's kind of good. I thought I was being like a bad influence. Those times when it went wrong, and it's not just for meditation. But I guess I don't have that much to worry about. Garnet's an expert.
Primary question: does drinking liquid pain hurt? It sounds like it would hurt.
Did it hurt? I don't remember.
The exact opposite of hurts.
Ecstasy. It is ecstasy.
Was it named by someone who it was either opposite day? Is that like full tide?
Well, you give others pain by being cool with magic because it makes your magic intense. I remember I did something cool. I can't remember, but
Did you kill someone?
I mean, probably.
Probably.
Hey, I mean, your drug sounds better for the calmness. I think mine
Yeah,
was
a
more of
lot
like a
has
fun
been
drug.
going on again. We can plan a fun drug another time.
Okay.
I mean, if what you say is true about that liquid pain, then it might be worth having a strategic reserve in case we need in the field to enhance Garnet or ourselves.
Does it actually enhance you, or does it just like feel like it enhances you?
Sometimes when you're
Mechanically, it
facing
actually
down an
does.
army.
Mechanically, it actually does.
If you're a charisma caster.
That one.
Oh.
I don't know how to explain that, and it works for
It
me.
If you got Riz, it works. You got Riz. It makes your Riz
Got a good
better.
mouth. It works great.
That's an interesting drug.
I think this would work for you. You got a real pretty mouth.
Thank you. I think.
Morning tomorrow. Great. Awesome.
Yep. Tomorrow evening before bed, we're gonna take it. Go into dream. Wake up rested and ready for whatever the next thing is. What is the next thing? Do we have a next thing? I mean, we do, but one that's
Blowing up. Yeah.
So, after you brought back the Iothgan prisoner and succeeded in that mission, Elnau again congratulated all of you and thanked you for doing that, and said to stand by because Untermaler is kind of in charge of this, and one of the big things that he's going to be doing is taking you out into the world to solve problems that are going to help turn the tide of the war. Take care. Oh, there's a ravening monster near this town, so you can't help. Let's get rid of that for you. Now you can help. So you're going to help, right? But likely the next thing that you're going to be doing is starting to figure out how to restore the mantle of the North Wind. And she doesn't know exactly what the lead is on that yet. So for the time being, study, prepare, be kids for a bit.
All right, be kids and make sure we actually are in a good mental state, relaxed and just able to go about our lives. It's a new year, right? We can do the school thing for a bit.
Ooh, drug date. What?
Did you say that you took enchantment as your elective?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool.
Can I try it on y'all sometime?
Sure. Yeah. What could go? Well, I'm sure many things could go wrong, but
many things could go wrong.
But I
we'll figure out what can go wrong
Pull
together.
up my table of things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're an elf, it's gonna be even harder to enchant you, right?
I
maybe good practice.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, you're probably going to have to deal with a lot of elves in your time, so why not get the practice?
I hope I get to deal with
around
a lot of
our
elves.
unique brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like payback for Athla throwing a firebolt at you the other night.
But to be clear, she asked me to do that.
Yeah. Oh, side question, out of character. Did you tell Garnet you got engaged to some princess?
Yeah, he said it pretty publicly at like the big diplomatic thing. It was kind of a diplomatic mic drop, as it were.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah, he said it out loud, and there's not a specific person. He just said, "Hey, Tomb Layer, you want to do a diplomatic marriage?"
So it's like being planned. So it's more of like a hit me up, not like he locked it down with anyone specific.
He's offered his hand in marriage as a diplomatic token.
So Athler, have you picked the girl yet, or boy, or person? Judgment.
No spouse picked yet. I think at some point I'm gonna have to visit Tumlair, and I assume they'll either have picked someone for me if they want to accept, or it would be weird if I got to pick, right? Like to be like eeny meeny wedding. That seems would be weird.
Would that be weird? You don't want to pick someone you feel like you'd be like, compatible with or something?
I feel like since I offered my hand, they'd probably pick the spouse.
Oh, it's like their move kind of thing? Like you were like, hey, I'm
Absolutely
free.
not. You should be the one who does the knee thing. You gotta get the ring and do the knee.
Oh shit, do I need a ring?
Oh, you probably need a ring. Is
What
that
do you think you're married with vibes?
No, kind of.
I mean, maybe it's different in their culture, their customs. Do they have rings there?
If maybe there's a book on this.
Probably a book on this.
Wait, Dorina might know. Do you want to go ask her?
Yeah,
this
we asked her.
might be weird.
I'd rather go do drugs.
First, they didn't even like accept formally, right? You just put it out there, but you don't know if they're actually going to accept.
That's true. I don't know if they are going to accept, but they seem to be interested.
Okay.
But what if you didn't? What if you? Why are you doing this?
Because we needed to convince the Holdra to harass that northern flank of Iothgos, so that it could buy space for Underroot. Otherwise, Underoop is going to be overrun, and maybe it still might be, but if I can get the Huldra Queens on side, then there's a world where we can, might be wishful thinking, but even destroy Ithgos, get rid of the Iron Empire to the north of the school. And what if I didn't? I don't know. I'd have to have them call it off. I couldn't withdraw my offer now. I don't think that would be diplomatic suicide.
Well, you should have waited for your parents' blessing. Like your dad's not even around to help pick someone for you.
I mean, true. I should have talked it through with my mother. But my dad's not around.
Well, we can help pick, right? Right, Mason? We have great tastes in women.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I do, and I guess you've never spoken about your taste in women, but
is it weird if I say that you guys have good taste in women? Is that like me?
No.
We'll help you.
Well,
We'll
I don't
line
think
them
so.
up, and we'll like do a little talent show. They could do a little strut or something.
Yeah, we can. it'll be like a real Miss Underroot.
We're gonna hold an event for this, like
20v1 with Athalor. Please, let me host that. Please.
If it doesn't cause a major diplomatic incident, that does sound like it would be fun.
Invite everyone to the academy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like The Bachelor.
Like do it in whatever room we had the green gala in. Just rent that space.
We got plans for you. We got plans.
Thanks. That sounds fun.
Oh dear.
Ooh, The Bachelor. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, see you tomorrow for drugs. I have some planning to do for this show.
Okay, congratulations on the new project. Before leaving, like, was she serious? It was.
I honestly couldn't tell, but I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes. We can get Hennon to draw the flyers for it. It'll be fantastic.
If this doesn't break up all of Elfkind, this might be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It's a big risk, but you're worth it, Athalor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Don't lie to me. See you tomorrow.
I'm not lying.
Later.
Okay.
All right. Garnet, Lercole has lots of very positive things to say about how you performed at that barrow. And she is earnestly curious to work with you on this new shadow bear that you are able to summon.
I can summon it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Also, I have to ask her something. So as we're going over, are we like dicking around, or are we actually like doing lessons? What is the vibe?
She teaches you, but she's not like, strict by the book. It's very freewheeling and stuff. Like you'll be talking back and forth, and that'll remind her of something really important to teach you. You know what I mean? She's all over the place. So you chill, but you also learn.
That was nice.
And she, Garnet's kind of like zoning out as she's probably yapping about something. Usually she's very interested because she's very much to the point, and gives her plenty of breaks. But I just don't get the shadow plane. So is it like the opposite of the mortal plane? Is it just the evil part of the world? I don't get it.
Evil's such a gauche term, my shiny fool. There is light and there is darkness, and as light passes over the mortal world, it leaves behind a shadow, something shaped like it, shaped by it, but with its own nature. As somebody standing in the low sunset light can cast a shadow that stretches out across the plains with long, clawed fingers and an elongated skull, so too are things in that shadow, in the plane of shadow, distorted and exaggerated and colorless. It is a natural product, a byproduct of the formation of this world.
I'm really confused because we went to Shadow Brontha and the soldiers there wanted to kill me and hated me, but then they worshipped Inaros. And I don't understand if that's some kind of made up thing. Is it represent something deeper?
Well, my gem, I can't know that from here, but perhaps if we were there, we could learn more.
Oh, well, while you go and hang out there after our lessons, do you mind just checking in on that?
Oh, without you?
Yeah. Well, they'll try to kill me, but they'll respect you, apparently. More there.
Can you imagine any harm coming to you while you're under my protection? Perhaps yes, but you know we would get away. We always do.
Well, I have a drug appointment tomorrow, so I can't make it, but if you could go while I go do drugs with my friends, that would be...
Roll persuasion check, please.
Delegating, baby, delegating.
To be young. I am, but... Very well, darling, I shall see to it. I shall lurk in the shadows and see what can be learned of your, tall, dark, and handsome opposite.
Right? Have fun. Tell me all about it, and I'll save some drugs for you.
Oh, don't bother, dear. You're too kind. But you enjoy that.
Okay. Well, thanks for the lesson. Bye-bye. Or continues, whatever.
No, but that can be the end. That can be, at that night. Athalor, you unless there was anything else, Garnet. Athalor, you sleep like shit.
Once again, playing what I know.
My immersion. You have 1 level of fatigue when you wake up, meaning disadvantage on skill checks.
Damn.
And you have to go about your day of schoolwork and such. Let me see if there's anything that I had for you before drugs. Alozrin is settling in, still hidden. Elnau has elected to keep him concealed at least until the Miahethel issue is addressed or not addressed. She is going to ask... Untermaler is going to bring this up to a few like-minded individuals to see what can be done about the Nenri situation. Meaningfully glancing at Athalor. Okay, that's taken down. The sword of the Infernal Knight, I believe that was transferred to your mother and to the artificers, right? So they're starting to study that. Because in the event that Onderud is attacked, the Cothramoyer can alter the gyre to make it completely out of phase with the mortal world, so they can't touch it. But they need to know how this works in case there are countermeasures. All right. Barring anything else anyone wanted to do that day? Okay. Garnet, in the middle of the day, you receive a sending spell from your mother.
Fan mail.
My Garnet, King Pothinus has ordered me to the south to fulfill my duty. The army leaves tomorrow. I would see you before I go. I love you.
Ah, fuck.
Sophie's choice.
Man. And it's gonna run up to Athalor and Mason wherever they are. We'll group
So
up.
timeline. I want to give you a timeline break here. You can go tomorrow. She leaves tomorrow. You can go tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just be like, oh, I probably want to visit them before she leaves, but we can just skip to the next scene. That's just like, I want to go there. Okay.
All right. So that's been
I'd
relayed.
love to come.
Okay.
Likewise.
Anything else from anyone else before you go to drugs?
Drugs.
All right. Set the scene. Is it just you three?
Yeah, what about Sven, I guess, during the day, if she wanted to partake in
He's for
some
sure down.
relaxation meditation?
He's for sure down.
Let's see if Balvy's free to look over us.
Yep, he'll mom for everybody.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Based on Balvy.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
are
just
you doing this, and what arrangements? Set the scene for me, please.
Yeah, I guess we'd gather everyone in Mason and Balvy's room and have everything all pre-set up. It's just not like a full dose of Mardane, but like a microdose that still gets you into that dream state, but maybe I don't know, more conscious or aware, able to hold more sober thoughts kind of thing.
Okay.
And,
roll a alchemist's tools check, please, or medicine.
While he does that, oh yeah, I guess this is not concentration, so I'm gonna drop a faithful hound while we get stoned.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Athel looks like shit.
Athlor, you look like shit.
I guess that's why we're doing this. Oh, sorry, was it medicine check, you said?
Medicine or alchemy tools for the dosing. Or poisoners kit, I would also say. All right, great. So with this dose, it's small enough that your conscious mind won't be simultaneously phased into dream. It'll sort of start to waver, and the barrier will thin a little bit. But it's more that once you do fall asleep, then it should just intensify that.
Okay. All right, cool. I guess then I'll describe to everyone beforehand, just all right, this is not like a full dose of Mordane or anything. It'll just kind of enhance your mind once you do actually fall asleep. And I want you to, once you do fall asleep, think of the time where you have most felt at peace. It will be different, obviously, for every one of you, but just imagine yourself there. It will then hopefully manifest itself, that environment, in some way around you, and keep imagining that and focus on the things around you, the sensations that are happening around you, the sounds you hear, what you feel, if there's, wind going past you. Is there a certain taste in the air? And just try to guide your thoughts internally and try to capture that moment of calmness and stillness that resonates around you in whatever way, and focus on that. And once you go through a full night's sleep of that, it won't feel very long, but should wake up feeling rested after that. All right, drugs, let's do it. Any questions?
Oh, no.
All right.
Where is everyone sleeping?
Probably set up some floor beds and in that room so we could all chill there.
The pillow pit is ready to go.
Yeah, Athel totally bought extra pillows because a bunch. So walking down the corridor in the wizard equivalent of a hoodie and trackies, just with 2 pillows under each arm.
Sleep overnight.
Okay. Each of you falls asleep. Mason, as you are falling asleep, what's your state of mind?
I think is trying to be relaxed. Obviously there's a lot going on, but is I think it's been lacking sometimes in the trying to, balance his emotions concept. So it's taking this as a real serious opportunity to try to chill and use this as a real exercise.
Roll a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
so wise.
Moment taken. What is your peaceful dream?
Peaceful dream would be sitting outside in Oryx, and kind of watching or listening to like the ambient sounds of people like working on like physical labor in some way. Probably would picture like I don't know, like building a building or something like that, and just like watching, listening, like taking my like little break. I imagine sometimes you'd like do that, but like okay, you're tired, you take a break for 5 minutes, like chill, and then come back and like we'll like rotate in shifts. But like that kind of like 5 minute little like break where it's like, all right, I just did a lot of like very nice, fulfilling, rewarding work, and now to listen to that happening around me still, and know that I've contributed to this and made things better as a whole for the the whole village, whole tribe. Yeah, exist in that.
Okay. Sven is sleeping very peacefully. Athalor, where's your head at?
Bearing in mind what Mason said, Athalor, as he falls asleep, tries to think of sitting on a stone bench outside the Jaya chamber, looking out over the veranda and seeing the city of Underwood folded on itself, and can glance down to the book and what should be there are the tales of Luminius and the Alpha who came before. And who knows when he crosses the barrier between thought and dream, and as to whether or not that's before the door opens. And in history, that would have been when Athalor's father came out, but in dream, who knows?
Roll a wisdom check for me, please.
Come on, I'm done with shitty rolls.
He wasn't.
No, you're not.
His ass was not done with. I'm going to use a luck point. Surely. This can't keep happening to me. It can keep
Chat
happening
has
to
given
me.
you inspiration. Chat has, in fact, given you inspiration. Would you like to use
attempts
it?
to save me from myself. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's a 14.
Okay, a 14.
We're popping off.
You are able to calm your mind. You are able to stay there. But that door is always about to open and never actually opens.
Who was on the other side? Just
the laughing god smiles upon you, party. You have a 1d8 inspiration die. One of you may spend. Be advised. How's Garnet? Where's your head at?
She's probably trying to think about Cyrus because she's like, oh man, I'd love to dream about Cyrus again. But I think her true peaceful place is probably like back at Brontha, but many years ago before the academy. And just, all the maids that she that were mirror clones are still alive, dad's still around, that type of past. So, and the hero's feast, she's definitely thinking about eating that hero's feast at Brontha again because that shit was good.
Back to your childhood, but with that spread. Roll a wisdom check.
Oh wait, that's the void, but it is my roll that is using my shot. Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
That was a wisdom save. Are you proficient in wisdom saves? Yes or no?
Yeah, I am.
Then what's that if you take your proficiency
sorry.
bonus off of it? 15?
Plus 3?
It's a +3. Oh, here's a better roll.
That's better.
No, you also have extremely peaceful dreams. You all actually get to rest. It's a very good, very restful night.
So his exhaustion is gone?
Yes.
How's my Jones in?
It's good for now.
For now. Don't do drugs, kids.
The next day, it's a school day, but you can just say, hey, I gotta go. My mom's going to war. And you let me. That's an acceptable excuse. Is there anything you need to do before or while you're preparing to go?
No.
Okay. You make your way to the causeway, and the three of you step into the teleportation circle that one of the attendants draws up for you into the familiar bastion of defense in Brontha, where the teleportation circle is surrounded. Unless you came in disguise, you are very quickly recognized and given an escort to the fortress of the Phoenix Knights. But as you're making your way there, you can see troops marching in the streets. You can see the general mobilization going on. Like the tents that are out front, the wagon trains, the supplies, the soldiers, the pikes, all of it. Like, it's clearly the whole city is going off right now. This is a major undertaking. When you arrive at the Eyrie, the fortress of the Phoenix Knights, Marisol is in the middle of the chaos. She is just issuing all sorts of orders. She's wearing her full armor, and everybody's forming ranks, and she's handling one thing after another. Just, bring me this, bring me that. You can tell that she's super, super busy. But when she sees you, oh no, she wouldn't do that. Okay. No, yeah, she would. When she sees you, she turns to her squire, gives him some sort of an order, and her squire Pevom looks over at the lot of you, sees you, almost goes to say something, and then bows obediently to Marisol, and then goes to take her duties, continuing the organization. Unless she's prevented, Marisol is going to go in for a hug.
She's kind of like surprised and just kind of accepts the hug and sort of returns it.
Garnet, are you well? How have you been?
Yeah, passed my exams. We're in year 6. I have these new robes now.
Yeah, 6. You look great. They all look fantastic on all three of you. Yeah.
Thank you, General.
Thank you.
So you're going off soon?
Yes. We should be leaving in just a few hours.
Is there any worry? How difficult of a mission is this?
The Priest King has ordered us to support Naramu. They're at war with the Iron Empire and the Designers. I don't know how dangerous this is going to be. This isn't one mission. This is a military campaign. I could likely be gone for quite a while.
General, does this mean you're going to be meeting up with Master Ardashir's army, Marshal Ardashir's army?
Likely, yes. It depends on the exact lay of the land. He's been reinforced, and he hasn't had any particular difficulty, but
He's almost been assassinated.
aside from that,
So you're aware that there's assassins following him?
yeah, I mean, there's always assassins. It's part of our life. She looks at Garnet with this kind of like, yeah, it is. Rolling deception, 14. Yeah, she can't hide her concerns that well.
I mean, we did meet her mid-assassination.
Mm-hmm.
Garnet's not very good at hiding her worry as well, so she kind of breaks the awkward silence by just shifting through her bag and hold out your hand.
She takes off her gauntlet and the glove under, like the liner glove underneath it, like unlatches it, pulls it off, and then holds out her hand. Kind of tough, calloused.
Just hands her a potion of healing, a scroll of fairy fire, a rod of absorption. What else I got? A scroll of magic missile. What else I got here? just like starts handing her a bunch of shit. Oh, and that rod of absorption, that'll be good if you get targeted by any spells you want to attune to this if you can, or if you're not able to, I can keep this. And then starts explaining what each of the items do, like she's kind of an idiot, but not like mansplain, but more like, okay, well, you need to drink all this in one
Normie-splain.
go, and
Right,
fairy
you're-
fire, this will be good for the targets, and then
Mhm. It doesn't say that spellcasters have to attune to it. It's just only spellcasters can use it to throw shit back at people. But anyone can use it to save their lives.
Oh. Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
But she's like, as she's
Don't you
explaining
need any
things,
of these things? You're in danger too.
She has us.
I
you
have
me.
an army.
Didn't do that much for martial art this year.
I have Pevon.
Oh, he's going with you?
He's my squire.
What would happen if something horrible were to befall on you or Pevom? Like, what do I do?
She is going to take your hand in her now unarmored hand. You hold fast to your friends, and you grow to be the best of us all, like I know you're going to.
Okay, so you keep your passwords and like a key to your stuff somewhere in your room, or
In the event of my death, you are my heir. And the scribe, she's almost laughing at this. Not mockingly, but just, of all things. No, I never changed it. You have always been my legal heir. And in the event that any such steps are necessary, you'll be contacted. With information, all my belongings, all of that. But this army has stood up against the Iron Empire before. We'll do it again. The last time I was indisposed and I wasn't able to take the fight to the battlements and protect our home. So being able to help protect the homes of others this time, it's fitting. This is my calling, Garnet.
just whistles at Pevom and gestures him to walk over.
He doesn't walk over immediately because he's finishing a conversation with like a runner who's supposed to go deliver orders and no, we need the lances, not the spears. He takes a moment and then he walks over. And he seems different. He is in business mode. He is giving orders and being obeyed. He has a sharp vision of what's required to move thousands and thousands of warriors and their supplies to a potentially deadly area. The whole time you've been studying magic, he's been studying this. And so people are deferring to him. They're like nodding and obeying him. And he just seems very, not like overconfident, but just in control of the situation as he walks
She's
over.
frowning at him as he walks over because he took too long, which was probably a minute too long, and he could probably tell that she's like hiding her fear with anger and trying to keep a strong face the same way probably Marisol would. And Pevom, you take care of her, you take care of each other, and don't let anything happen to her. Got it?
He draws his sword made from the spine of a flying snake. I swear on my own sword that I will protect her with my life.
Good, because if she doesn't come back, you're not allowed to come back.
I promise I won't come back without her.
And to get it
I
all
haven't
on-
visited the academy nearly enough for my tastes yet. So I have to make it back.
because you have a lot of training to do to catch up. And to get it all on the table, points at Marison. I hated that you picked the council over me when I needed you. Points at Pevom. I hate that your family questions my dad's honor and that you really didn't do anything about it. And honestly, I'm not the person that we were when we were kids, and neither are you. And this whole situation is really fucked, and I'm not the person that either of you know. But we will sort all of this out when you get back. And I say when, not if.
This outburst, Athlor and Mason notice the flurry of activity slowing and then coming to a halt. And then as soon as Garnet's done talking, everyone just like immediately resumes again.
Did she cast a spell?
Seemed like it. Like, not really, but like, you know, just her presence has that effect.
Yeah, they true believers, huh?
Marison will roll dice. Okay. Marison will very earnestly, very sincerely, and not sad, but wistful, maybe a little melancholy. Garnet, I promise you, I have always chosen you first. Even when it seems like I don't. You are my daughter.
Funny
and
way
I-
to show it.
Parents are odd. Someday you'll understand. And I will try not to put you in a position where you don't understand again. Okay?
Great. And Dad, if you're here, you helped me burn a Lozarin and whatnot. That was great. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if they told you about that. Anyway, watch over them. Leave me alone. Do the burning for them. And keep in contact and kind of looks for a sending stone. I'll give you a sending stone. Or Inaros will help communicate, I guess. I don't know. But
She can get sending stones here in Brontha. They're not a wizardly nation, but they have enough magic to have access to that. She'll go ahead and get you a pair of sending stones.
I want daily updates, and you can ask all your questions about school, if whatever.
In 25 words or less.
You are not allowed to die because I already lost Dad, and I cannot lose you. Got it?
Then I won't.
Okay.
And I've already lost you once, and I'm not going to do it again. So you two, she points to the two of you, I have full faith in you two. I know you'll keep her safe.
I appreciate it,
try
General.
our best. Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Are there any?
Go ahead.
Are there any dangers on your path that a smaller force might be useful to look at?
We have outriders and scouts, but if we encounter anything particularly unknown, I know where we can look for help.
And she'll pull Marison a bit closer and like really look her in the eyes when she say this. And if you really do choose me over the council, then you won't do anything stupid out there to protect Brontha. You protect you and Pevom first.
Roll a persuasion check, please, Garnet.
Oh, I can luck dice. This is an important little persuasion.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
the laughing god smiles upon you.
Marison, who has lived her entire life for Brontha, even through the death of her husband and the loss of her daughter and a war that she very nearly set off, who has always been, who regretted not being able to fight alongside her husband on the day Garnet was born. You bring up that part of her that was willing to make very dangerous decisions amongst the dragon tribe of Thotlo to find you, which is the only part of her that could possibly stand up to her sense of duty. She doesn't say anything, but she gives you the slightest little nod and a firm squeeze of things unsaid, but not unfelt.
And she'll smile and peer at Pavam and say, "Don't you think about marrying me if she doesn't come back?"
Could I get insight checks from all of you?
See how much riz he got. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Athalor and Garnet see the, wait, that's still an option? Run through his head.
Yeah, he'd written it off.
And he gives you like a knightly bow. As you command.
Just looks at the party to see if they have anything, because she's done.
I wouldn't mind popping in to see the priest again, just to check in and say hello.
Wallagash. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys want to go over to the temple to go meet with Wallagash?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, she'll give a firm hug to her mom before.
Yeah, she holds that
departing.
one for a while. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit. But she eventually lets you go.
Is
And
Marson
tells you
coming
that she
with
loves
us
you.
or no?
What was that?
Is Marson going to come with us to the temple or no?
No, she's got shit to
do. Oh, okay. That
She's
is
got
fair.
shit to do.
She's busy. So it was nice seeing you again, and best of luck.
I will see you all again. Thank you, you two. And she'll go ahead and kind of like put her general pants back on and walk back out there and bark orders to one of the stronger militaries amongst the priest kingdoms, probably the strongest. Meanwhile, over in the temples, Wallagash is at the, which would that be? East is dawn, south is noon, west is setting, north. The northernmost temple, Wallagash is particularly busy, the Temple of Renewal. But he is delighted to see all three of you and immediately like stops and sort of waves his wings at some of the higher ranking flame fathers and flame mothers and such to go again, like just like Marison did. Here, go do lackey stuff. Mommy and Daddy are talking. And he just walks over. Athalor! Oh, Garnet, Mason, yes. How wonderful to see all of you. Yes. Please, what can I do for you? Have you eaten? Do you need tea?
Oh, tea would be wonderful. Thank you.
Tea would be great. Thanks, Wallagash.
It's very close on hand and it's heavily kind of spiced, which is the normal way for Bronthan tea. It's more like a chai sort of thing.
I remember loving the Bronthan tea last time. I'm excited to have it again.
Yeah. And you're all very quickly sat down in like one of the little side chambers of the temple where clerics would prepare themselves. There's like vestments and such. It's like a little green room for clergy. Gets settled down and is just delighted to catch up. Has all sorts of questions for you, but wants to give you a chance to speak first.
You guys seem very busy. Are you blessing the outgoing army?
Yes, but no. The Feast of Renewal is coming up very soon. Very important.
What is the Feast of Renewal?
Well, it's just you would actually know this before you ask. There are holidays on the calendar. There's one holiday for each season. That's like the height of that season. There's one, and these are all between months. There's a holiday for birth, life, death, and renewal. And winter is the season of renewal. So it's one of the holidays that's coming up. Everyone celebrates it differently. It's not like this is a universally big thing. But in Brontha, the Phoenix Kingdom, renewal is in some ways the most important part of the cycle. Like, it's all important, but that sort of being reborn from the ashes is so symbolic, so emblematic. And despite the fact that it's the opposite, it's like the cold season instead of the hot season, it's still very religiously important.
I guess more specifically would ask, like, oh, what does like Brontha do for that celebration?
Oh, he describes that it is a time for forgiveness of debts, of disagreeing, like people who disagree. It is an opportunity for fresh starts. They actually do a water ritual, which is a little bit unusual, but I think there was a water ritual involved in Athlor's rebirth. So it involves a water ritual. It happens at midnight, unusually for a Zalarian ceremony, so it happens in the middle of the night. It is a time when new converts, people who want to like embrace Bronthan Zalarianism, are inducted. It's, again, that symbol of renewal. So all the clergy will be busy with it, but particularly at this temple.
I was hoping to ask for your help on a few matters, but I know
course.
you're quite busy.
No. I'd be happy to make time for you.
I was hoping for some advice on feelings of detachment from reality.
I see.
Like, dreams can be more appealing than being awake.
Where are you, Allagash? All right. When do you feel that this started, Athalor?
I'm not sure, like for last week or so. Maybe enough reality for one kid makes someone think that
you have all
the
seen
imagination's better.
Terrible, terrible things, absolutely. But the people that you love and care about are here in waking. And unless they meet you by their own steps elsewhere, wherever else you find them, you're only finding that part of them that dwells within yourself. And so, in times like these, your friends, and your family are the best anchors that you can have. Remember that they matter to you, and remember that they are here, and they want you to be here too.
Athlor smiles slightly, looking to the other two, and there was one more thing. It's not so much a request as much as I know that the Feast of Renewals, when a lot of new people really kind of integrate themselves with Brontha, you know what's happening in the world. There might be influxes of refugees from Stone Abbey. If Zalar and Brontha were to smile upon them, that would mean a lot.
He takes that to heart, and everything that I can do as a high priest, I will see to, and I will advocate on their behalf before the council.
Thank you. If you ever wanted to
meet the High Priestess of Naramu. I believe she's currently in Gildan Verge. I imagine that would be stimulating conversation.
Oh, yes, certainly. Perhaps after we've avenged their losses and made safe their home.
General
I
seems
imagine
keen to
she's
do so.
somewhat distracted. Is there anything else that I can do for you? You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. I'd love to hear everything about all of your experiences.
I'm happy to share tales over tea, but no more requests from me, thankfully.
All right. Either of you two?
How do you get rid of the feeling of... And she kind of holds her mouth and runs to the nearest balcony to throw up out of just pure stress.
Like the side of a ziggurat's now just got like slowly sliding down. Got it.
Are you? Oh, I guess last night was not as relaxing as I hoped.
I'm not hungover. I'm not anything. I don't do those things. It's just stress of her leaving. It's fine. I'm good. Just we go.
Wallagash is going to cast Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Cope.
Beacon of Hope.
Truly.
The mechanics of it is that it gives you advantage on wisdom saves and death saving throws, and all healing is maxed. But he's not going for the mechanical effect. He's going for that, like, hey, behold the cosmic power and feel some hope. This shit is real.
Behold the power of get your shit together.
Mm-hmm. So he just sort of prays and shares that feeling with you as a comfort for a moment, since you never really explained everything else, and he doesn't know everything that's going on, but he figured that might help.
Thanks, Wallagash.
Thanks.
Do you
is
want
there anything we could do to like know where your mother is at all times? I don't know if that kind of spell is available to us.
Sort of. I'll have sending stones set up. I have means of tracking her, but Priest Wallagash, if you all get word that something's going wrong, I hope that you'll be honest with me so I can go help.
I promise.
Even if it's dangerous.
Especially if it's dangerous, I think.
I suppose, yeah, especially.
Well, your mother won't be able to tell me no, because she'll be busy. So yes, I absolutely promise that.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Wallagash.
Is there anything else that the party wants out of this scene? Garnet, are you advocating for an early departure, not sharing stories over tea?
If the party wants to stay, she will, but she's would vote to leave if they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, if she wants to leave, yeah. Down to leave.
Yeah, after Garnet threw up, but like, okay, maybe not stories.
Yeah. another time for stories.
All right. Well, he sends you off on your way with many blessings and gratitude, and urges you all to be safe, and barring anything else, any other business in Brontha?
Garnet, I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Might be stupid. Not very often now.
Usually.
We can probably find out what path your mother's army plans to take, and we can scout all of that pretty efficiently, at least for the first 100 miles or so, by walking through the Shadow Plains.
Or scrying her?
Remember, scrying is just like, whoop. It doesn't give you a good overhead.
But generally where those with ill intent are, it seems like they're reflected very clearly in the shadow plane, and we can identify them.
Find them by their shadows.
We'd be able to clear a huge amount of space in a little time, and maybe that would make you feel better about your mother's route. At least until she's closer to martial Ardashir. when there'll be enough military might there that assassination becomes even more unlikely.
Good idea.
You could meet your bear.
I forgot to mention, Marason would have told you this as well. Pothinus has assigned her a simulacrum.
Oh, okay, got it.
She is taking one with her as a precaution.
Ooh.
That's nice.
So, hopefully that makes you feel better.
Well, extra reassurance.
Well, I fear our path in the shadow would be more difficult, and I do have Lurkle looking around Shadow Brontha, so if there were to be any sort of immediate thing. But I don't know if the shadow plane can be fully understood and how it correlates to what's happening in the mortal plane. I don't.
It likes to change.
Yeah, admittedly, I don't understand it very well. Just thought I'd suggest something that might put your mind more at ease. Though Shadow Brontha is interesting. They worshipped seemingly Mason? Mason, do you have any connection to Brontha?
I thought it was Inara.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
Suppose?
referred to Inaris as like the Grand Master when we were in
Oh.
Shadow Brontha, right? But like, his worshippers seem to revere me and hate you.
Yeah, they were fans of Mason at least, and it seemed like whatever shadow version of Inaros is there as a ruler.
Well, if I'm connected to like Mirror Keeper in some kind of way, were there mirror clones or anything in Brontha?
A while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only connection I can really think.
I
Inferno
should just take
influence.
this moment to point out that the fact that the forces of good are not currently all killing each other and at war is in no small amount y'all's fault. Rooting out and thwarting plans and spies and such. Carry on.
It's maybe for another day when everyone is an immortal barrel.
Which day will that be? No, yeah, I'm sure there will be a day. There will be a day.
Sorry, did you say Lurkule's looking around Shadow Brontha?
Yeah, I'm trying to have her investigate what this whole Inaros worshipping stuff is about. What's going on?
And I'm very curious about it. If you don't mind sharing when she does get back to you.
Yeah, I do have a shadow stalker that can help me sort of track her distance and if she's still alive, if we're not scrying, but I'd rather just scry. It'd be slightly less painful on me, but I probably don't need to check too much. It'll probably drive me more crazy to keep checking.
I mean, the scrying at least will be good homework for Mason.
True.
John Divination now.
That's my name. Mm-hmm.
Should we head home?
Yeah.
All right. The party returns home. And time rolls along one day into the other as Marason's army slowly marches across the desert. Garnet, as you hear word of it from Inaros, just bringing you up to speed and the fact that there is danger all around, but the enemy is not approaching Naramu itself. They prefer to burn the countryside and those who do not dwell within the relative safety of its walls and our spears, wreaking havoc upon the defenseless.
I'll probably try to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'll just update Inaros on Marason's position based on scry information. So, like, oh, she's this far away, and anything odd about her traveling.
All right. You, over time, not very long afterwards, actually, you hear word from Onderud about a victory. The rout of the army that you led into a trap. Onderud's forces, reinforced by Holja with others amongst their rank and wielding the power of the Gyre, they followed that army took prisoners, killed many of them. It was a costly battle on both sides, but they've actually already won a fight. And it has something to do with the work that you did. Over time, at the heart of the month of Wellspring is the feast of Alakas, the keeper of the deep waters, wells deep beneath the surface. Celebrated by different people in many ways. The feast of Orn, the silver dragon god, which for the first time in thousands of years is perhaps not celebrated by people mourning the death of their deity, even if they don't understand what had happened to the silver dragon god.
Not bad.
Dark rumors emerge as many survivors are rescued from Stone Abbey, but then they stop. There are whispers of shapes and shadows and nameless things feasting in the halls where the bodies lie heaped upon each other. Amongst the carrion and the cries of pain and terror, things have come forth, replacing the once thriving halls. There's little more heard than that, but dark tidings from what was once Stone Abbey. Is there anything any of you would like to do before Elnau rings you up?
I think I'm okay.
Then I have one more thing to deliver because Lerkele, in one of her meetings with you, says, did you tell her anything about, aside from the fact that they supposedly worship Inaros? Did you mention Mason to her at all?
I guess I would have remembered that and mentioned that.
Okay, that's fine.
Me stupid.
No, it's okay. Well, I think I know why they were sweet on your friend, my love.
Which friend?
Mason. The teeth.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
It's the horns.
They like his horns?
I've been wandering here and there amongst the shadows, and anyone with a trace of fiendish blood seems to immediately be placed in a position of high honor.
Okay, well, Inaros is just an elf, I thought.
I thought he was a human.
Oh, wait. Wait.
You would know this, Garnet.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine. He's an Azamar, like you.
Oh,
he has
shit.
a much less significant mark than you do. It's not as powerful, but he's also an Azamar.
Oh. Hmm. So wait, they like fiend blood, but they don't like Aasimar blood?
Perhaps.
But they like Aasimar? Wait.
I can't imagine what issue anybody would have with you, Garnet, but I can certainly play along with that. I could conjure up a fake Azamar and see how they respond. That would be so much fun. Yes, that's what I'll do next. Thank you. That's a lovely idea. Such a good idea you've had.
Oh, you're welcome, I think. Have you gotten to actually speak to Inaros or
Oh, not
find
yet.
him?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I will, I promise. I just want to make sure that I know the measure of the man before I go face to face. Never go into a fair fight, darling.
Okay. Definitely see how he reacts to my clone that you conjure up.
Oh, I wasn't going to conjure up you,
Oh.
my jewel. After all, we already know that they have terrible taste and don't like you.
Yeah, that's true.
But perhaps if they saw another Azamar. So I'm going to conjure up John Azamar and see how they react.
Okay. That sounds good.
John Ass.
All right. Yeah, she'll give you a kiss on the cheek and then she will head on out to go do that. Anything else, team? Okay. After weeks have gone by, with news of the world trickling in, and time, well, it wouldn't be weeks at this point. The point is, the Feast of Renewal comes and goes. And it is by that point that Untermaler and Elnau send for the three of you. And call you up into the spire, into the war room, as you've been there many times before. And after the barest of niceties, which Elnau has never been particularly into and clearly isn't in the mood for anymore, she gestures at Untermaler.
It is time we turned our minds towards the matter of the North Wind.
He looks at
Can't
Elnau.
avoid it forever.
No, and actually the sooner we deal with this, the better. For a variety of reasons. Nilarin, our master diviner, has been working on this, among other things. And I think we have a good place to start. Which is that right now we don't have any place to start. So what we need is something with a trace of Boreas's essence. The North Wind's power, something touched or created by Boreas while he was alive. Because if that has any lingering aura or pattern or matrix to it, we can study that and begin to infer what the actual... We're going to approach this not like the faithful, but like mages. We need to analyze and study what it is that needs to be created before we know how to create it. We just happen to have a lead on such a place. It's in the distant mountains of the north in the lands of Debruk.
Debruk.
Is it like an item that Boreas interacted with, or what would it be?
Nilarin saw it in the fire, which means that it's vague and far too poetic for my tastes. But there is a shrine there that was sacred to Boreas. But there is some bad news. It's in the shadow of a mountain that's literally called Himdursmont.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not his winter house.
Yeah. So, regardless of what it is we're working on, I don't think we're going to be particularly welcome. We ship out tomorrow, so go ahead and get ready.
Should we be concealing our identities?
Possibly. You should come prepared for... We don't have enough information. We've been scrying. We've found a little bit about it. Dress warm. Be prepared for subtlety, and if that goes wrong, be prepared for violence.
All right. In the mountains, the temple, shrine.
What's the political situation in Debruk? Dragon tribe? City-state? Priest kingdom?
Debruk is none of these. They are a fierce people with countless clans at war with each other, only united under the reign of a high king to hold out against their foes, the Infernals. But the High King is dead, his blood spilt upon an altar dedicated to the Destroyer. And now the small kings and queens of the land are in conflict for the throne of the hill. The people of this mountain, however, are reclusive, and they do not concern themselves with such things. They literally hold themselves above it. They are an older people who has dwelt there through kings and the coming of Iardanel and Neve and the Lady Rowan, who first set foot upon the mortal world there. So they are isolated and reclusive. The greatest concern is not political fallout. It is a certain sovereign with whom we are not friendly, and we hope to avoid drawing his gaze.
So, look forward to that. None of us know what we're getting into. We just know where it is.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? And on that note, we're going to break. We'll be back shortly.
Alien on it. I don't want to die! As he, like Krillin and DBZ just explodes.
Another little glowy worm crawls out. Timothy!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unbeknownst to you, you've killed the mayor of the Worms town. He had brought peace and prosperity to his new empire, but now they're a society cast adrift on an asteroid, leaderless, falls into chaos once again, and decays from within. And
Look, sometimes I don't know my own strength. I'm sorry.
It is easy to see it more accurately from outside of the situation than inside of the situation.
Right.
I suppose that's why you have the friends that you have around you.
Kind of like claps her hands together. One of my favorite sayings is trash can, not trash cannot. So just do it.
Didn't realize your level up gave you an extra level in philosopher.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I honestly have very little confidence in saying I understand what you mean by that.
Okay. Just do it.
Understandable. Have a nice. Okay. All right. This is a ridiculous plan, and they're going to go with it.
I prefer the one where we don't die, so I like this.
I go away
Also,
after
I
an
need some
hour.
earplugs.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
Someone gonna heal me?
yeah, they're already like coming back with healing potions in crates. You know, like 24 packs of healing potions.
Just got a shotgun a healing potion.
It's like a study session all over again. It's just chugging Red Bull.
Once again,
Red Bull give you fiends.
Not what I expected to be happening today. Eldritch blast to the face at the werewolf. I refuse to flinch.
And a nat 20 critical hit.
I'm just gonna reach out, grab him in the face, and just
Another 21 points of force damage. Oof. Do you want to tell them or should I?
It's not looking good, chat.
Oh no.
Toddleheim.
Oh no.
Drops to 0.
You know, I've
There
been
will be
saying
no
if,
next time.
if at first you don't succeed, you can keep trying until you succeed, I think, is the saying
I'm a
there.
trash cannot, Mason.
No.
I'm a trash cannot.
Got it. Remember the conversation that we had earlier? I think some concepts can apply here about how, you know, when you're in your own emotions, you feel like you want to do the thing right now, and sometimes you don't want to do the thing at all, and that's right now. But then you have friends or people that
I'm gonna die
you know,
alone.
know, Garnet, you're gonna be okay. Let's just. Can you take some deep breaths? We can do it together. We can do it together.
Who am I gonna take to the blue gala or whatever fucking color it is?
All right, champions, round number 3. Fight.
I would like to cast Fuck This at 3rd level.
You could certainly try.
I'll cast an invisibility at 2nd level.
It's the appropriate name for it. Fuck this, I'm out. We're renaming invisibility.
Waves the crypto boy's body. This one yours?
I'm Fiat.
Yeah, this is the crypto boy.
Yes, that one's ours. You can just go ahead and leave him there.
Oh, okay. Drops him.
Also, disclaimer, chat, also not dead.
So do I see both Crystal Pirate and Artificer?
Yes, and 4 ninjas.
Which one of you two is more important? Or who's the boss?
Hey, who's the biggest bully at school? Which one of you is it?
Crystal Pirate like
Right
floats.
up into my secret base.
He's standing on
Punch
this
my
like little
biggest-
crystal thing, and he's just floating there, looking at you with all these colorful crystals floating around him.
I guess I'm the majority share owner, so that would be me.
All right, I attack whoever said that. Who said that?
Care for the capybara.
I walk over to him.
Okay.
And I'm tired of watching this. And I slice his throat. And you die with honor. And I keep sawing for a little bit, just so I get the head out. And I hold the head up above.
Blood everywhere.
For you! For you!
So, what does the hungry dark feel like? Do you smell anything?
I don't know if it's what I'm smelling, but it often smells a little bit like baked goods.
Well, that sounds lovely.
That does not.
Like cinnamony?
Ariana, no.
It's called the hungry.
Not hungry for the food. Hungry for dark.
But it's weird that it smells like something good. If it's
Wait.
supposed to be bad.
Are you hungry dark affiliate too? Ariana?
Huh?
Because you smell food all the time.
But I'm just hungry. I don't think I'm dark.
4 seekers, and magic dampens sound in these quarters, quieting boisterous visitors and heavy snoring.
And other things. I mean,
and other
we're all
things.
thinking it.
Are we though? Are
mean-
we?
These cheeks don't clap themselves. Just saying.
Colonel,
I've been feeling
I'm trying to sneak around,
baby.
but I'm stomach thick. The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. All right, so do you guys just want to spend the night and then get breakfast and do this thing?
Please,
Yeah,
God,
let's go.
yes.
Yeah. Release me from this hell. Welcome back to Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy, where our young heroes are about to go on an expedition to the frozen north, to the mysterious mountains, forests, and valleys of the land of Debrook. The flames revealed to the Master Diviner of Ioth Academy have only told her that a shrine to the fallen god Boreas lies there, and there they can find a frozen heart That is the key phrase that has been given in this, a frozen heart that bears the echo of his mantle. Little to no detail is available, and this is apparently a priority for Untermaler and for El now. What prep? You will all have the benefits of a long rest before you go into this. What other preparation or questions would you have?
Guess the warmest clothing we can find that the Academy makes.
They got it. They can get you some fur-lined stuff. You can all have cold weather clothes, proper shoes for it. Who do you want to bring with you?
Sven.
Okay. What adult would you like to bring with you, if any?
Nah, we don't need adults. No, I probably should.
It's your call. It's your call.
El now, unfortunately, would probably be a liability.
Yeah, she should not go.
Yeah, they hate her.
Who would be best suited to like a cold climate? Who's the most adventurous? Maybe Sig.
I wonder if Sig could do this.
Who's the most like widely traveled? You know, because we're presumably going to be doing some mountaineering. I'm not worried about the magic stuff. We can generally do the magic stuff.
We're trying to be like sneaky, right? Is there an adventurous person who is also good at sneaking?
Oh, a Cast Without Trace brother would be great.
I think Sig could be fun. Let's take a look. I just need to make sure that they don't have any problems with cold.
Yeah, that would certainly be
It's
a way
like
to
malfunction in the cold.
It's actually really good for preservation.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that'll be fine. Sig will go with you.
It's been a while since we've had a Sig venture.
Yeah.
You might need muscle as well as a mind, so I'm here.
And he's strong.
Anything else that you want to do?
Athalor is the night before going to bed is gonna pray to Rialta and say like, we're gonna go to your dad's mountain tomorrow. Any advice would be muchly appreciated.
Roll 1d100 for me, please.
46.
Okay.
Your call is important to us.
That night, you dream of a kiss that is cold, like plunging into cold water when you've been sweating. Cold enough to be shocking, but also what a relief. What an absolute relief. And it spreads over your entire body, that feeling of cold chill, that almost exhilarating in that. And it reaches all the way to your heart. And when that happens, you are no longer yourself. And you are no longer yours. The moment that that cold spreads that far, you now belong to someone else. And you're happy about that. But when that dream ends, from the outside, you're very much not happy about that. It was wondrous and tantalizing and soothing to be able to give up that agency, those worries, those doubts, and give yourself over to another. But when that illusion, when that feeling passes, when you're able to see yourself from the outside going through that, it's horrifying. So enjoy that. Anything else, team? Okay. Sven is bundled up Sig is just kind of wearing the same clothes as always. Not Academy robes to try to be somewhat incognito, but sort of lurching along.
Oh, I guess would ask the party if we had any like spells in mind that we didn't have, need to get scrolls of.
True.
Featherfall.
Okay, yeah,
You're
so
stocked
you can have a
with
Featherfall scroll. Go for that.
We are going to be in the mountains, so yeah.
And if we can find them, potions of climbing would probably serve us well.
True. Got a few of those. I already have
Yeah, those are super
one.
common. Those are as easy to make as potions of healing. So yeah, you can each have a potion of climbing or two.
I wish I had some healing ones too. I gave mine to my mom.
Some what?
Healing potions.
Yeah, take 2.
Pog.
Just stalking these every time you go on a mission, just like hoarding them.
Hell yeah.
We know where this shrine is, right? There's going to be no problem theoretically in like locating it once we get in the area.
Yes. You have good information on where it's located. There are maps that are available to you. Maps that I might be able to share with you. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this is publicly available or not, but I'll drop it in chat and in Roll20. Who want? See if that works. Oh, this map is of the future, but it's mostly accurate. I forgot that this map is of the future. When Debrook is an island, it is not currently an island. Don't worry about that. But let's see. Where are those mountains? All right. The mountains are kind of in the western part of Debrook. It's the mountains that divide. It's just mostly western. It's a whole mountain chain that is inhabited by giants and people like tribes that worship Vindor and the sons of Vindor. And it's always supernaturally icy up there. The biggest mountain is called Vindersmont. That's not where you're going, but you are going to Slanchorain, which is north of that. So we will say for the time being that you have excellent maps. Navigation should not be a problem, though it depends on the weather. Anything else?
Yeah, actually, could we get a scroll or two of rope trick?
I fucking hate rope trick. Yes. You may.
Yeah. Nice. Forgot that spell existed. So I'm like looking through spell list, like what would be
was
good?
A happier
maybe?
time.
Everybody's happy till Crown starts doing research.
Oh,
stop learning to play the game.
I've had about enough of you.
Okay, that's all.
All right.
Nice.
All right, this is going to have to get a little bit wonky, but that's fine. I can accept a certain amount of wonkiness.
Hell yeah.
Almost done. All right. The teleportation is like many others before you. Why, Leg Day, why don't you roll 1d100 for me?
Oh, here we go.
Yippee. Well, Elnow's not doing the teleporting, so
Elnow is not teleporting you. Sig is doing the teleport.
65.
Okay. Crowan roll 1d10 and Lemon roll 1d10.
Oh.
It's a 10 good.
Well,
Right?
It's either really good and really bad or really bad and really good.
It evens out.
You emerge from the teleport in what might be the second coldest place you've ever been, because you have been to the underworld, to a place where the Herald's ice was everywhere. That was colder than this. And Garnet, you've experienced worse cold when you were doing Merrick's exercises where you had to sit under a waterfall. But it is immediately very cold and very steep, and it's alpine. There's lots of evergreen trees all over the place and mist hanging low over everything. It is winter, And though winter doesn't really make itself fully known in the sun-swept lands where you are, up here in the far north, yeah. The peaks are shrouded in clouds. That tallest mountain seems to have just like a roiling thunder clouds around it, even though there's no thunder or lightning. And Sig looks around and says, well, better start by getting our bearings. Could I have each of you roll a survival check, please? You would have the advantage, but it's neutralized by the fact that you have a snowstorm to deal with. Garnet, you have no idea where you folks are.
That's fair.
Athalor. All right, I'm going to have to get rid of the animated snow. It's cool, but it's chewing up my resources too badly. Athalor. It looks like you're a little bit off course, maybe by 10 miles.
I think the mountain we're looking for is that way.
Well, off we go.
Is there like visibility like pretty bad here? Because it's
pretty bad. Like you can see several hundred feet for sure, but beyond that, it starts to get a little Silent Hill.
So like an aerial view wouldn't really do anything.
Yeah, there's definitely too much cloud cover.
Okay.
Within like limited range, kind of like couple hundred feet up, sure, but not like airplane footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's of limited utility.
Think of more ways to use this cloak of the bat. Or chilling for now.
Could I have each of you roll an athletics check, please, as you hike through this high altitude, low oxygen environment?
Accidentally rolled twice.
That's fine. We'll take the first, which is a 14, which is quite good.
Ooh,
Very good for my minus two.
Oh yeah.
And a 15 and Athlor, do I have yours in here? Yep, there it is at the bottom.
20.
Okay, yeah, you all scrambling over mountains, climbing over hills, through gullies, inching along different places. You're all actually doing really, really well. I would also like all of you to roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage, because you dressed for the occasion.
No offense, Garnet, I much prefer this to a desert.
I hate it here.
Garnet, it's so cold. This is awful. This is miserable. You are going to have disadvantage on dexterity-based skill checks due to the cold.
No more juggling.
As you climb higher and higher, you see in the distance a towering figure. Its mouth in an open snarl. His hands held out as if to seize all of you in his claws. The very visage of Boreas, who last you saw vanishing into the darkness of the void and oblivion. Carved from the very stone of the mountain.
My fans.
Great.
Is there any sign of civilization here?
Yeah. Give me perception checks from all of you with disadvantage because of the snow, please.
Ooh. Oh, it's in my eye. It's in my eye. Ow!
Can't
You
see.
just gotta squint. You just gotta squint.
Yeah, oh man, snowflake in my eye.
If
Oh,
I squint, I can't see then.
oh god.
All right. Ooh. The Light of the Pearl has been played. For the remainder of the episode until the last 10 minutes, you all get advantage on wisdom saves and wisdom skill checks. And you still have your D8 inspiration dice. And I think that's everything that's going to affect the game right now, except for something else I'm holding on to. Garnet, you can see up ahead that in addition to the huge carved statue of Boreas, there are crumbling walkways built from like stone bricks and a platform in front of him. You can even see at this distance that you are not alone.
Guys, I see
Uh-oh.
some shit ahead of us.
What do you mean? What do you say?
There.
I can't see anything.
Go ahead. As best you can.
Actually, can't even friggin' see. I only see health bars. There are health bars ahead. Are you muted?
+1 XP. Numerous people. These are people. There are people. You can't see what kind of people they are, but they are all gathered around. At this point forward, if you hope to be undetected, you will need to either sneak or disguise or pull off some other nonsense. Basically, where you are right now, aside from the chasm beneath your feet and the crumbling stone bridge upon which you stand, otherwise you're safe.
Do people like come to shrines like these to ever like, I don't know, give tribute or anything like that?
Roll a religion check.
Pay their respects.
Religion. Oh, I'll lucky dice that, actually.
All right.
Religion. 13.
Yes. There are all sorts of people who worshipped Boreas. Sapar Ziku being the most obvious, but Boreas and the Four Winds aren't usually worshipped as an organized religion. It's either somebody who you just kind of leave an offering to so that you don't get screwed when you're traveling, or people who live in very harsh climates who admire the ferocity, the unrelenting sort of, not necessarily cruelty, but just like the Northwind is hard, it's tough, as we have to be to survive here. So there are a lot of people who live in areas like this who do pay respect and have religious rituals dedicated to Boreas and the other Four Winds.
And off of that religion check, could I know if there's any like either type of person or like imagery, any like symbols that be associated with Boreas specifically for the purposes of like, or to alter self and look like someone who's like, yes, oh yes, I would be coming to lead these people to give tribute to Boreas.
You would want to. They dress like all sorts. There isn't really a priesthood, but you could wear a primordial rune carved. Like usually, you'd wear a Northwind rune carved on something and displayed. Obviously, a stone pendant, your shield, your cloak, something like that, to show that fealty.
Would offer that solution potentially to the party. I could try that. A little rune in my cape. Maybe they won't mess with us, but what are you all thinking?
Okay, how do we mark it? I like the idea.
Mark what?
The rune. Unless you're planning on like
magic
carving it into your
onto-
flesh with Alter Self.
Oh, just like magic it onto my cloak with Alter Self. I think I can do that. Yeah.
Sven just casts disguise self to look basically like herself, but wearing like furs and with a metal plate carved with that symbol around her neck.
That works.
Athelor brings the fur hood up a little bit more, and it's going to be more like a background character of this procession.
Yeah, Garnet goes like full like Kenny from South Park of just like hood up and just zipped it. So it's just like this tiny hole out of the hood, and I can't feel my face. It's fine. I think they won't recognize me like this.
Oh, I guess Alter Self you can't change clothes actually. Never mind. So it's fine.
Disguise alter self or disguise self?
Alter Self I can't change clothes. Doesn't mention anything about clothes.
What's going on your forehead, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Margin to ass.
Well, I have like a tattoo of it, like somewhere.
Yeah,
It's like back of my hand or something.
Carved
easily,
into
like,
your
displayable.
face.
It'll be that hardcore.
True adherent.
Just concentrate on a minor illusion. It could be a
True.
budget way.
Yeah, that could work.
Do you have minor illusion as well, Garnet?
Yeah.
Okay, we can probably do that. We both have minor
Just-
illusion.
Yeah, I'll just minor illusion something on my coat.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought minor illusion's like a rune onto like the pauldron of the gauntlet.
Sig takes out a knife
Oh god.
and just starts slicing it into their face.
Oh god.
Actually does it. Damn. That's commitment.
That's
Sorry,
hardcore.
I'll do this over here. Sorry.
Ugh.
I like it. Commit to the bits. I
Is
love it.
Ariana gonna be mad?
I'll fix it later. It's fine. I'll patch it up.
All right.
Okay. Social stealth.
Sig felt no pain during that process.
Golem's
All right.
crazy.
Guess we can just
Mason, since
approach
you are in
them.
disguise, do you want to take point?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Lead the way. Sven will be beside you or right behind you.
Well, I guess before we start,
And I want you
like,
guys to call the shots, but Sven is willing to use her magical loud voice and stuff for you. All right.
Okay, yeah. We'll like start going forward, but then we're like, all right, what's our approach here? Just that we're here to show our respects, give tribute.
I've got a coin. Give tribute.
Yeah, give tribute. All right. Just lead the way forward until we get to like what could theoretically be earshot, but then I guess if Sven has whatever that spell is called, make voice loud spell.
Let's save that. We don't want to bust that out right away, right? Yeah, just pick
I
your
guess
path.
we don't need to. Ooh.
Probably be more weird to announce ourselves. It's just business as usual, right?
Yeah, true. All right, let's go down this way. The other path. Actually, I don't even know if I would say. I guess we'll like go here, be like, oh, that path looks broken.
Mm-hmm. As you're getting closer, you can see that the people up here have spears, and some of them have bows. And since you're not making any effort to stealth, as you get closer, you notice them turning to face you. And aggressively, they're not, hey, you, this isn't your room, get out of here. Not like pulling, not like, aiming at you, but sort of putting arrows on their strings and looking hostile and imposing.
Yeah, I guess Mason would just like stop for a moment, like put a hand up as if to say like, for the rest of the party to stop, and then to kind of like mean no harm at the same time. And just like, I don't know if they could see it from there, but just like show the symbol on the back of his hand and just like kind of like point to it.
Mm-hmm.
See if they make any kind of acknowledging like regard to it.
Yes. A natural 20 on perception. They can very much see it. What spell did you use? Alter self?
Yeah, alter self. So it's like
Is that one
like a
pierced
tattoo.
by an investigation check?
Let's see.
No, I don't think it is because it's transmutation, not illusion.
It's true alter.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I'm supposed to anyway, but yeah, I don't think so. I just looked like that.
Yeah, it's just who you are now. For an
It
hour.
is me. Yeah.
Have you come to mourn the dead god?
Just nod solemnly.
Okay. These, at a shouted command, these folks start walking towards you. You notice there are two of them that are wearing furs and are heavily bundled up. This guy right here, bare chest.
Nice.
And he's
like
slightly
larger. Oh, is
blue.
a Goliath?
Kind of, but no. He appears to be human, except for the fact that he's blue. Could I get
large?
No. I mean, he's a big guy, and he's
But not
wielding this
abnormally.
huge glaive. But no, he's not large size. His breath is also not steaming in the air.
The heck is this deal? Alright, well. I guess we weren't like waved for anything, right? He's just walking up to us.
Yeah.
Can I try and identify what he is?
Sure. He's not exactly a magical creature.
Oh.
But roll an Arcana check, and I'll still take that into account. I would also accept medicine checks here for anyone.
I guess I'd medicine. What kind of person can pull that off?
And
Nope.
I would like insight here as well.
Give me insight. Ooh, good insights.
Okay. He is completely unaffected by the cold. He's not undead. He's still human, but his body temperature has become lower than should be possible for him to still be alive. He's also enchanted with mind-affecting magic.
He's being controlled or he's possessed?
He's dominated. Like dominate person is on him.
Can I tell by the other two if someone's concentrating on that?
The two of them don't appear to be concentrating on anything. Athalor, he looks familiar. Not him, not he himself, but like there's a certainty. His eyes are cold, but there's this certainty, this love, this flat affection. It feels really familiar for some reason. Have you come to be chosen?
We've come to pay our respects to a fallen god.
Is there anything we'd know in like Boris lore of like, do they choose?
Yeah, you fought the chosen of Boreas before.
Oh.
You met a couple of them in the Golden Bough. Some of them were with the Knights of Terra Nimbus when they attacked the school and tried to steal Ariana.
Right. I guess just shake head slowly.
Then you have no business here. If you are unworthy, there's no need for you to sully their presence with yours.
I want to be chosen. It's just kind of coldly holds up her hand.
Roll a deception check, please.
Oh, fuck.
I guess after Garnet says that, would then say, I was merely here to lead them. They are the ones to be chosen, trying to like boost the deception.
Let's go.
The cold. It troubles you, girl, yes?
Yeah, it's a little cold.
No more. Come with me. And he will extend his hand and lead you. Yeah. He'll lead you down the broken path.
Is he
the other two are going to wait. What was that?
Is he rizzy with it though?
No.
Wait, okay.
No, it's a complex question.
What's our definition of Riz?
Because he is utterly in love with another. There's no eyes for anyone else.
Athlor whispers to her buddy, whatever you do not kiss anyone.
Takes his hand, but he's so blue.
He feels very cold to the touch.
That's how he became blue.
She has gloves on, so she's like, doesn't probably feel it too much, but
it's so cold you can. It's not affecting you, but you can feel it through the gloves.
Oh. Jeez.
As you get closer, you can see like there's multiple other people here in the high places. And Garnet, he's going to lead you, and he has your hand. So like if you get to these broken places, he's going to steady you, make sure that you're okay coming along.
Busy.
And as you grow closer, Garnet, you see this platform in front of the massive statue of Boreas. In the middle of it is an ice elemental. It's pretty big.
Hmm.
You're pretty uncommon. Another strong Dabruki warrior covered with tattoos symbolizing ferocity and loyalty and other elements in Dabruki script, but clearly very cold, freezing, is kneeling down with his hands on the ground, his forehead touching the ground. Besides the ice elemental are two women. They have blue, ice cold eyes, chilling white hair, pale blue skin, and an uttered void of any kind of warmth, physical or emotional. One of them walks up to this warrior and kind of places her fingers under his chin and lifts his face up, turns him from side to side. Yes. And then she pulls him close and kisses him. There is an intensity to this, but it's not passion. It's desperation. It is an attempt to cross an impossible distance. And as she does, his whole body goes stiff. No comment. And the blue tinge starts to spread across him as he is changed, much like the one leading you here. And as the kiss continues, he sort of reaches up for her, but like slumps into it. He's not being aggressively kissing her back. He's just like, yes, mommy. Barely kissing her back, like kissing her back very happily and like contentedly. And when he rises to his feet, his will is no longer his own. He has also now been dominated.
Oh.
And it's the girl for sure that's casting it?
It didn't look like a spell. They are not mortal. They are something else.
Now can I magical entity?
Yes, you can.
Let's go! Who the fuck we kissing?
Yo, does a 29 cut it?
Oh, there was flavor
That
text
mouth
here.
do.
It basically said, this alluring beauty has flesh and hair as white as snow and eyes as blue as glacial ice. Ice maidens. The daughters of powerful creatures of the cold. Some are direct descendants of Boreas himself. They can also be born to frost giants, and some are even created when a woman gives birth in the frozen wilderness and prays for the life of her child. And Boreas grants that prayer, but changes the child. They are a type of fae.
Are we getting the impression that if you get kissed, you are chosen?
Here, I'll drop this. You got a 28. Kiss of the frozen heart. An ice maiden may kiss a willing individual, freezing the target's heart. They fall under the sway of a dominate spell. Their alignment changes to lawful evil, and they gain immunity to cold. It can be
Kiss
broken
of
by a
the-
powerful dispel magic, greater restoration, or the kiss of somebody who loves the victim. The frozen berserker who is guiding you approaches the gap and then sort of reaches to pick you up.
Just getting rizzed away. Rizz me off my feet.
All right. Let's move the rest of the party up as well. Where'd Sig go? Get back here. Ooh, womp. and your various attendants. He is going to grab you and just jump with you in his arms across the gap.
He's strong.
What is everyone else doing?
Can I make a perception check to check out these non-dominated ones, like what their deal is?
Sure. Roll
Do
it.
they look like tribesmen? Are they Debruki?
Natural 20.
24.
Okay, they are ethnically Debruki, but they do not belong to any of the clans that you would normally associate. The clans that worship Vindor and his sons have isolated themselves from that social structure entirely. So these are native to this mountain. They've lived here for a very long time. They are part of the local tribes and clans that have lived all their lives in worship of Boreas. They are hardy, but merely mortal.
They are but men.
Yeah, they're warriors, but they're not, great champions. Their archers have a keen eye and should be looked out for.
Gotcha. How difficult does this crossing seem?
It's a 5-foot jump. You can make it.
Easy. Athel follows up after the dominated warrior.
Okay. As he sets Garnet down on her feet, not like gently, but not roughly either. Kind of, strong man. He turns to Athelor, and his eyes narrow, and his grip upon the glaive tightens. Have you also come to be chosen?
If the north wind should smile upon me.
He accepts that answer, but looks up at the rest of the group, especially Mason, who specifically said, nope, I'm just here to lead the team, just bringing them to it.
I guess one thing I was like, I'm here to lead them and ensure their safety. Paid very well too. I intend to travel with them the whole way. That was the deal.
Those who are not chosen travel no further. You stand before the dead god. And if you will not
further
submit
than this
to the
little
wind,
okay,
then you may only awe in its presence. Sven takes a moment to hide. And
luckily that's charisma.
Oh yeah, that is charisma. Why the fuck did I roll charisma? That's Constitution. What am I doing?
Just winks at someone. You don't see me.
She cannot get out of sight enough to cast invisibility like she wanted to.
Oh no.
She's still disguised, but she's not invisible.
Alright.
Sig is going to, assuming he has it. If he doesn't, then Sven is going to message Garnet to be like, what's the plan here?
Messages back. I don't know. A strong, beautiful man just carried me over here. Just kind of
got carried away.
I got kind of distracted and carried away, literally.
Okay, Garnet, they are going to mind control you and freeze your heart if you don't do something.
Yeah, well, it has to be a willing creature. I'm not that. And if anything, your boyfriend should have been kissed, so you could have broken the spell. So.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
You want to be chosen. You want me to volunteer you? As tribute?
Okay, well, the two ice maidens are stepping forward. One of them is walking up to you, Garnet, and the other is standing very clearly expecting Athelor to approach. And I was going to hide all their stats and information and stuff, but because you rolled a big number on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, Garnet, the air around her is even colder than everything else.
Are we considered protected or unprotected
Yeah.
characters?
Yeah, I think because you're wearing winter clothes, you're okay. She has not said anything, but she looks at you with the expectation that you are here to submit.
How does one become chosen?
I choose. Kneel before the north wind, child.
Kind of messages Athalor and the party. Are we here to get kissed or to do something?
Anything but get kissed. Do not.
She's so pretty.
To do something else. What are we trying to find here? We heard about the frozen heart.
frozen heart.
Garnet, look inside that ice elemental. Is there something in there?
Roll perception check. Are you kneeling, by the way?
Yes, but that doesn't make me a willing, kissable creature,
Correct.
right?
That's correct. Consent can be revoked and given at any time.
Do not consent.
Yeah.
Looking at the
Okay.
elemental.
So, I'm going to tell you a couple of things here because of the big brain smarts that you had. First off, if these are daughters of Boreas, or descendants or touched by Boreas's power, then they're almost certainly frozen hearts would suffice for what you're looking for. The actual hearts of the Ice Maidens. Also, their kiss freezes a person's heart, and that is done by the power bestowed in them by Boreas. So, if you cut out Tall, Blue, and Handsome's heart, that would also count. And finally, deep inside the ice of this elemental, there is a barely noticeable shining core, which, with your knowledge, you would know isn't physiologically a heart, but the elemental's core would also count. Any of those things could be solutions to this.
And we need to like acquire one of them, right? Not just like observe it for a bit.
Need to bring
like,
it
get one
back.
and bring it back. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Athalor, are you approaching the Ice Maiden who is are you approaching the Ice Maiden who's clearly expecting you to?
Yes, Athalor approaches the Ice Maiden.
Okay.
I am here in thrall of the North Wind.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. She is going to place a hand, a very, very cold, slender hand on your shoulder and
On
just start pushing you downwards towards the ground.
Oh. She said, sit, daddy.
What do you do?
Athalor kind of blinks at her and like looks over to the ice elemental. Is the ice elemental moving?
No, it is standing there menacingly.
As he sort of like gets pushed down into a kneeling position. I'm here in thrall of the North Wind, but not of Boreas.
Okay, you don't need to roll an insight check to tell that she doesn't like that. Is it possible for her gaze to get even colder?
Don't mind him. He hasn't felt love before, so this would be his first kiss.
Okay,
He's
both
very
of you roll
nervous.
insight checks, please.
He's a virgin. He's a virgin.
He's a virgin.
A couple
Wait,
of
we have Light of
eights.
the Pearl, right?
You have Light of the Pearl,
Yes.
Let's get this shit.
True.
Touched by a hand coated in rye.
I got more 8s on you.
23. There we
23.
go.
Big.
We break the 8.
Pity, but not even pity. Understanding. They feel a deep loneliness, a hunger for affection, but it is something that they can never have. if genuine love ever fills an Ice Maiden's heart, they melt. So they have also not felt love before. And what they're about to do isn't really going to solve that, but it's the closest they can get. So they're going to do it anyway. They now see this as a mission of mercy.
You may mourn a man, but if you wish to feel that power step this world again, I can help you.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh, I'm going to use a luck die.
We have that D8 still, right?
You still have that floating D8.
21. Can I add for D8 to this team?
Yes.
Sure.
Go for it. This is the important
Killer with
thing.
love.
That's
Okay.
27 in total.
Okay. He's gone, beyond gone.
Man may be gone, but the echoes of his power can remain. The mantle of the Northwind can be reforged, and that's why we are here. We are here to be chosen. We are the chosen to make sure that the Northwind can return to this world and that you may be reunited with its literal power.
Here's this stranger, this kid, telling her all of these things. So why the hell does she believe him? Is it wishful thinking? Is she allowing herself to go along with this because of her own hopes? She doesn't really know. And yet, she feels like she can believe you. There's an earnestness there. None of this is said. It's just a result of you being the only person who didn't roll a fucking 8 on your insight check. All right. She's hesitating. She's listening. However, Garnet, Rayo, they have names. Let's turn these on. Rayo is proceeding with events after you've knelt. She is going to take your face in both hands and sort of look into your eyes and just sort of like she can get the measure of you, like she's looking for something. She is very close to your face. What do you do?
Just kind of look at her back, but
Mhm.
as they stare at each other, there's maybe this relatable feeling of loneliness and like lack of love that maybe they both share. And with a lack of love comes a lack of trust, and how scary that is, and how desperate they both are for that love and trust. And she just tries to kind of transmit that with, I understand you, but through just looking at her.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, please. 22. That would break her heart if that was a possible thing. Like, she is crushed. She is so disappointed. Not like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, but just like let down. As she sees that neither of you have what either of you are seeking, and neither of you can give it to each other. And enthralling you will not necessarily fill the hole in her heart, like she keeps trying. And that causes her to hesitate. Athalor, she's still waiting for you to talk. She's still listening. She's still like going along with this. She hasn't said any, she just said how, and then you talked, and she's clearly hungry for more.
Athalor reaches down inside the elven chain and pulls out a trinket of Rayalta and gestures over to Garnet. Look to her hand. We are here to complete the family once more. She is of a child of a Stormfather. I am also a worshipper of a child of a Stormfather. The heart touched by Boreas the mantle can be restored. The branch which was severed can be hewn back again.
Tell me how.
We must reforge a mantle with an ancient knowledge from across the oceans. Those where the sovereigns still hold even more sway than they do here, tempered by infernal influence and interference. We require a frozen heart, one made of North Wind himself. That mantle may be bestowed onto a new and Stormfather-loving heir.
Okay. Mason, I want to give you a quick opportunity to do anything if there's anything you want to do.
Just observing the situation, kind of ready that if anything goes wrong to step in, but trust that, got him there.
Sig?
They can handle it.
Sig just like sends you a message spell. Chain lightning.
Is that what you're preparing if it goes wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold, Sig, hold.
What do you got?
Dimension door away. No. Okay.
I'll throw you over there. You grab them and get out.
Okay.
Or
Grab one of them. Yeah.
Get Garnet. The Lord can get himself.
Okay.
Party
Sven-
would know I have Misty Step as well, as a heads up.
Yeah.
Sig would not know that. Sig knows about Athalor's nonsense, but he doesn't know about your that particular bit of your nonsense. Sven, at this time, has taken the opportunity to turn herself invisible, while everyone was paying attention to the Ice Maidens and the two youths before them.
Are these conversations are they private? Are the people other people listening?
I think that you should be able to hear, Mason. I don't necessarily
Apple's
know.
definitely theatrically speaking as well to appeal to the other Northwind worshippers or Boros worshippers.
Okay. She looks across to her sister, who looks at her somewhat. She would be perplexed, but the emptiness that she just saw in someone else sort of has her in a melancholy, distracted mood. And Oikir stands back up, Athalor, and the Dabruki berserker who just gave himself to her immediately walks forward onto the platform. A frozen heart, is that all?
There will be more to come, but it's not required of you.
I have many. She doesn't turn, but the berserker reaches down to her waist and pulls out her knife and holds it up to his own chest.
Ethel looks back to Sig and Mason and Garnet.
Just slow nod.
And steals his gaze and looks back into Oigir's eyes.
And out of pure, voluntarily surrendered free will and adoration for this creature, he carves out his own heart, barely managing to, at the very end of it, with a trembling hand, lift it up to his Ice Maiden before his whole body freezes in position. And the heart itself is frozen. It was already solid as ice when he removed it from himself. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'd like you all to understand that it's as horrible as it sounds. She reaches and takes it from his hand in both of hers, and the blood is crystallized on it. It's not even dripping down her hand. There's just crystals and flakes as she offers it to you.
The North Wind will once again sweep these mountains and know of your loyalty.
And as if on cue, there is a terrible clap of thunder. And the wind howls in anguish and wrath.
Ethel tries to take the harp.
You have it. You have it in your
Okay.
hand. And I think I have something for this.
Oh, good.
Let's see. The howling wind filled with the voice of a wrathful God and a grieving father seizes upon this place. Despite your intentions, despite your purpose here, the wrath of Vindur has not passed. And it descends, we'll use this, as a vortex, a whirlwind. As if from the mouth of the statue itself. And as it touches down, it roars directly towards Athalor. What will each of you do?
So it's like a storm wind? Or like...
It's a tornado. It's a mini tornado. It's very strong.
You gotta get the heck out of here. Ooh.
I'm checking on the behavior of the Ice Maidens.
They did not expect this. They are shocked. Dismayed, confused. Oh shit. One of those.
Northwind demands that those who would remake this mantle could survive the tumultuous power it contains.
Sig has another teleport ready, right?
No, Sig was gonna get out of here. Oh yeah, Sig has a teleport. Would have brought a scroll. You never go on one of these missions without a scroll.
Hey.
So Athlor, are you aside from saying that to them, roll persuasion check to reassure them, please. As grandfather seems to be unhappy with this arrangement.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, they're on board. They're 100% on board. They absolutely believe you. They're not going to move out of the way or anything. They're just going to hold out their arms and embrace it. What are you personally doing?
Floor gives a very like next time romantic look towards Oikia and rises from his knees. When next you see me, the Northwind will have been reinstated.
All right. Had you not rolled?
Comes over to be next to Garnet, just in case.
Okay. When you are taking one round of actions, and when you are done taking one round of actions, the vortex is moving.
Okay. Come over to Garnet, and I prepare a spell. I prepare to cast Sonic Rift.
Okay. Garnet, there's a freaking whirlwind sent by Vindur to kill you. What would you like to do?
Is just gonna grab onto Athlor's forearms as he's, I guess, about to teleport us, and just closes her eyes, ready to shift away.
Okay. Mason?
Assume they're about to do something to get out of there, so it's like we should group up, make sure we're gonna like get off this bridge, back up a bit.
Right. Move up to your move speed.
Yeah, go like here.
The warriors count as difficult terrain because they are awestruck by what they see.
Alright, fair. If I dash, I still have enough. We'll give it. Do I know how far Athlor's thing goes? I would, right?
Yeah, from you've seen this multiple times, 90 feet.
Oh, okay. Let me back up a little more then.
You said 90?
Yeah, for like Sonic Rift.
Cool. Sig is also going to skedoodle. Sventisco is also going to skedoodle. He has the teleport scroll in their hand. Come on. And with that, the howling whirlwind, which Garnet, you would recognize this manifestation resembles a 7th level spell called Whirlwind. It heads right towards you. You had a ready to action, Athlor, so you can go ahead and pop now.
Okay, Athlor casts the Sonic Rift, and in a boom of thunder, the two of them explode and reappear 80 feet back at this space so that we don't damage any of our friends.
So you damage on arrival, not on departure?
I can choose either one, but I figured that damaging them as we leave would...
I was wondering if you were about to blow them up.
Yeah, I could choose either node to be the damaging one.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself, and Garnet, go ahead and just move to follow him as soon as he does. And Rayo is not making any effort to move out of the way because she believes that she has to endure this properly, which means that she automatically fails her saving throw and takes 10d6 bludgeoning damage.
Belief is crazy.
Oh, you can tank that.
Yeah, ain't too bad.
And she is going to try her strength saving throw to avoid being restrained by the tornado. She fails. The tornado sweeps her up, and it keeps moving. It was here. Yeah, it keeps moving. It sweeps up the berserker who is dedicated to her as well, hitting him for 34 points of damage. Pulling him off his feet, then hurling both of them into the chasm below.
How far down is that chasm?
I assume that there's nothing we're doing here. We're just gonna let that ride.
I don't think there's much we can do. 55 feet. Oh wait, shit! I've got Scroll of Featherfall.
Okay, who's getting it?
I can cast that as. Oh wait, no, I can't cast a reaction because I've already read it in action.
Correct.
Sorry, Ray. You were Garnet's one anyway.
And the two of them plummet out of sight. Sig is going to grab everybody and hit that teleportation scroll, barring any objections. Sven has dropped her invisibility because she does not want to get left behind. Any objections?
Nope. Get out of here.
Let's go. Well done, team. You got the role play your way out of it instead of the fight your way out of it option.
Thank God Zaylar and Rayalta are both Vinderspawn.
Yeah, my plan B was, y'all like being alone? Let me introduce you to the void. Join me, become a shadow, be part of my shadow zoo that I have.
My
at the
shadow
academy.
harem grow.
Shadow harem.
Okay.
Get him, Noche.
The lot of you arrive back at the academy in the spire in one of the set aside teleportation circles with a frozen heart in hand, which they are very eager to take. And the sage is going to work on this, actually. She's going to work with Nelarin, the master of divination. Elno gets a full report, and was pretty good. Didn't even have to disintegrate anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, you two.
There'll be another time, Garnet.
Okay.
We sent good people last week. Okay, this week we need to chill.
They deserved it.
I know. We can do it next week too.
Garnet, there's a lot of people who deserve disintegration. And there's only so many spell slots per day. So you just have to accept that this is a pacing thing, all right?
Okay.
All right. Your time will come.
I can't believe that man disheartened himself.
Yeah, that was disturbing.
I want that kind of love, honestly.
I think that's the kind of love you've got in your book.
Yeah. No one got me. The book got me.
You want Cyrus to cut his heart out for you if you asked him? That's
I
what
think
you...
that's really romantic. I wouldn't want him to do that, but it's romantic if he offered.
If he offered to give you his heart in the most literal way possible, I suppose.
Yeah. It's romantic.
I felt like Pavon would probably be more likely to do that.
Probably. It's like his duty, his oath.
Probably be less messy with a sword as well.
You'd probably miss and pick the wrong side or something.
I don't know. Pavon was kind of rizzy earlier. He was doing
good in that armor.
Yeah, Pavon was kind of cute actually. I didn't really notice, right? And I thought,
Well, you guys can go marry him then.
He's growing on me.
Yeah, no, me too.
Y'all can have him.
I would surprisingly well.
Okay, unless there's anything else that you want from a debrief. You have some
Gingerly
downtime.
hands off the heart. Don't want that. Ugh.
Some magical preservation on that. Sig is like, yeah, I deal with this kind of thing all the time. And they'll go take a look at that. And you have some additional time that goes by. But Elnau she doesn't know yet for sure. But there's something on her mind about this heart. She is waiting to see how it turns out. And if it's one of those things where she wants to tell you something, but doesn't want to say anything until she's certain. So, do you have any interludes or scenes you want before we get to that particular payoff?
As they leave the office, I was going to say to Mason, sorry, I kind of stepped on your plan. You did really well. I just didn't want them to, kiss Garnet, us, everyone.
No, that worked perfectly. I mean, got us forward. They didn't attack us.
You almost had your first kiss. Actually, your second kiss, but
Yeah, second. I don't know if that first one counts.
better not.
But no, that was good. I appreciate your concern, but well done.
I guess that we'll just let the sage work on the restoring a mantle of power. That's so much. Do you reckon?
Put anybody on the mantle or
I've always assumed it's one of those, in the stories when someone takes power that they can't control and it destroys them from the inside out. I always figured it would be one of those kind of things, but I don't know if anyone's ever as a born mortal ever assumed a mantle of power. History check, Knives?
They have. But not a Titan. Not the mantle of a Titan. And certainly not a mantle that was lost and destroyed and then reconstituted. That is absolutely new territory. But the 4 Huldra queens and the single Huldra king each wield a mantle of power granted upon them after they danced with the spirits on Glen Croy. The whole ballet opera thing that the girls took you to.
Yeah.
After
so
they
no
did
mantle
that,
of a
those first
Titan.
4 queens who basically frolicked and rampaged with the Fae, chased them, were chased back and forth. Each of them received a fairy mantle of power that imbued them with one of the 4 seasons. When they die, that mantle is not necessarily passed to their descendants. It kind of just picks somebody. So there is no direct lineage for the queens of the Connacht Vale. Sometimes there is, but it's not guaranteed because the mantle could fall on somebody else. And under each of
mantles
them
pick people.
are 3 lesser mantles of power that they assign to their Treors, who are like their nobles. So, yeah, that from that purpose, it's always been they pick the person. But that is just the nature of those particular mantles of power that were granted by the Fae, who are notoriously mercurial. You're in uncharted territory here.
And those mantles usually pick people rather than people claiming them?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, Garnet, maybe when it's created, it will just disappear and claim someone? Or maybe it will be corporeal or at least controllable for a while, maybe until it's pushed onto someone. And maybe you can choose someone who it goes on. But Sapar Ziku, I mean, if we don't hand it over there, then we've got another war on our hands. And last time they had the collusion of the other Titans to block off our elemental well gates and make things very complicated for El now.
Okay, well, we'll let it choose.
Actually, and El now is going to go ahead and pop up. These exact questions have been keeping me up. But there is a place, and there are people who will know more than us.
Why didn't we call them first?
Because I don't think they're going to be able to do it alone. But I also don't think that I don't think they can do it without us and vice versa. I just was waiting on this first step to confirm it. And analysis of the heart, there is a pattern there, but it is unlike anything that we've seen. It's not that it's more complex, it's just different. It's like we can only see pieces of it, and the other pieces just can't be seen from any angle that our eyes and our knowledge can reach. We are going to need to take this to Irilek.
Where? Irilek where? Across the sea, where?
No, the other Irilek, Athalor.
Oh, there are a lot of places on this continent.
No, they're the only ones. There's a reason why Ariana isn't with us anymore, and it's all about the descent of power. That is their field. They're the ones who have the servants of the Titans teaching classes and instructing mortals. They're the ones we need to consult for this.
So we're going to where Ariana is specifically?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be nice to catch up, right? Are you all very close for a lot of years?
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna all be pleased with me. But I can stay at the academy if it makes things easier.
Maybe we should take care of this on neutral ground. Because I don't think we can extricate you from this, Garnet. Any more than we can remove me from this. Mason's the only one who could get out of this, frankly. You've only killed the one god.
Just the one.
All of us were involved with that. All of us are bound by our own choice to follow through with this.
Have they already agreed to help?
I've been in touch. I think they will. I don't think anything, she looks meaningfully at Garnet, is more important to them than maintaining the balance. And
You spoke to
preserving
her?
the Emerald Tablet.
You spoke to Ariana?
25 words or less. She sends you a message spell, Garnet. She doesn't know.
Doesn't know about Naomi?
She doesn't know how she died.
Oh god. Now she get like Garnet feels even worse.
Elnau was clearly hoping to put you at ease with that and has clearly failed to do so.
Looks at the other two like Ariana doesn't know it was me.
Does anyone there know it was you?
If they have, they haven't said anything.
And I was hoping she would have known and just hated me this whole time and it would have been easier for us to be apart, but now I have to break the news and
Do you?
you think I shouldn't?
I think you shouldn't.
Can't
I
lie
mean,
to her.
Yeah, lying's one thing, murder's another, Garnet. There are scales of fuckery here, and that you're better off on the smaller scale.
I was an infernal servant. You know I was doing it to protect her. And she has the right to know if she asks. Right?
Well, and no. If you were doing that to protect her, then you need to keep protecting her. Can you imagine the damage she would do if the death of the child was on her conscience? I know you did it to protect her. I believe you. And she may well as well. But the most protecting you can do for Ariana now is to have her believe that that child died innocently and not in service of her safety.
As much as I generally believe Athlor in situations like these, maybe it's not about protecting her anymore. Maybe the responsibility isn't in just making sure she's safe, but in honoring the friendship and the trust and understanding that you've all had throughout the years. There's important merit to that, right?
If I didn't tell her, I'd give up in any future of us being really true friends and for her to ever forgive me. She will find out eventually, right? Because Alex knows everyone but her apparently knows it's me. I don't know.
The longer you put off things like this, well, the tales don't really favor them. The tales say that it comes back to bite you sooner or later. And sure, you can put it off because we have so much that we have to be doing and are responsible for, and I'm sure Ariana would understand that, but even if she understands, I think with how close that you were and want to be, it would still hurt. Perhaps even more.
Yeah, I'll have to decide when we get there. Because telling her maybe Athelor's right would be selfish of me because she's happy not knowing and she'll be what she doesn't know can't hurt her.
Until it
I don't
does.
won't matter how much she hates me anyway. We'll never be together again.
It's not that I want to lie to her. I don't know.
Oh, I know you don't want to lie to her. There's nothing malicious in any of this. It's just a situation of necessity that has no winners because the world has all these infernals going around and you have to deal with it somehow.
She did deal with it. She went to the mirror plane. She extricated herself. She earned her peace. And I think that I want her to be able to keep that. We're still here because we chose to come back to the academy after that. There was a moment where maybe we could have all stayed in Irelek and just not had to deal with this.
You think Ariana's going to just live a life of peace for the rest of her days? Nothing else will ever trouble her again?
More peace than here. I don't think she's living in an idyllic world, but I at least hope that she hasn't had the mirror keep his eyes on her or the serpent whispering in her ear, and that Liban's ocean has kept her from the dark forces that ravage the academy night after night. No offense, Hana.
I mean, I have to continue to do what's best for her and not for me or for us. And killing Naomi is what was best for her and not for me. I'm no victim in this, but I took the attention away from Ariana so that she could be at peace and she could be there and live out the future that she was meant to have. And I don't want to ruin that peace by telling her. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Think about it.
Fortunately, it has to be you. It's your truth to tell. I can't tell her for you. I won't. Sorry.
Whatever you decide, and we will be here for counsel if you wish to talk about it more before we go, but it's a hard choice, Garnet. It's a hard choice.
We'll figure it out.
And we will possibly learn what that choice is next week on Book of Dawn Ioth Academy, when Necra rejoins the party for this plot arc.
Yippee!
We'll see you next time. I can't wait to find out what you choose.